Hello.
It is back. I mean, we're back.
We're back with the Bird Brain Podcast.
Episode 3.
And it's been a while. So, the last time we've spoken on this podcast is probably
7 months ago. I think the last episode was in February.
7 months ago?
Yeah, I think the last episode was in February.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, over at least 5 months it's been since the last episode.
Way too long.
So, yeah, we do these episodes, like, in person, obviously. And
with quarantine and everything going on in life, and it's just been kind of hard to get one going.
It's been rough, yeah. And I'd say the energy, because I was saying, like, you know, you can obviously do these online, like do a podcast online, but like the energy is way different when we're in person.
Yeah, we thought
that's a big aspect of it. So we're just waiting till we can start doing these in person regularly, and so
wait till life sorts itself out. Life after quarantine, during quarantine. Yeah, because we kind of have a ritual.
Yeah.
We always go get somewhere to eat or just order in, eat. We listen to music for a good 2-3 hours, talk about it, and then
we finally do the podcast.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's been nice, though. I haven't done it in a while. Well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Over way too long.
Way too long.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm happy to do it. Like,
yeah.
Because once we get into it again, like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's therapeutic for us, but, like, I just like doing it.
It's honestly, it's almost hype. Like, I'm excited right now to be back doing it.
And,
obviously, we got to do it regularly here soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the plan is to do it once, twice a month. So you can probably expect that from us, because these are usually pretty long. On that topic, though, this one's going to be kind of short.
A little bit short, yeah.
Yeah. We got to cut this one short. Just a little one time. Everyone's got to work tomorrow and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we'll definitely get it going. Shit.
So,
I was like, first topic got to be quarantine.
The last time. So, very ironic. But the last episode we did, we
did discuss the coronavirus.
We discussed the coronavirus. And, as it was brought up by one of the viewers, we were, in fact, very inaccurate in how coronavirus started. So, just to like, reiterate. So, in the previous episode, I do believe we said, like, the virus started from Wuhan? Someone eating bat soup or something.
Yeah, that
was wrong. we were wrong in that. Yeah.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah, no, like
I haven't seen anything about the virus origination at all.
We phrased it wrong. All I know is we phrased it wrong. We were wrong. So I wanted to correct that. We were like technically wrong in the last episode.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, it's very scary because we were joking about it, like
we were, and
because we didn't think it'd be that bad everything, and now it's like our daily lives.
Yeah.
So
everything's changed.
Everything's changed since then. Like the realness of COVID is was actually serious.
Yeah, it was, and I definitely regret kind of saying that it passed very fast and everything. Cause I thought it was gonna be over by July.
I didn't think it would be this big of a problem. But it kind of just changed like literally everything. Like the pace of everything just completely.
But we could have handled it so much better. Could have.
I 100% agree.
I mean, a lot of it is to blame on the people, though.
I agree.
People
didn't take it seriously enough, and I feel like
doing the quarantine, not wearing fucking masks,
not quarantining, doing dumb shit, you know. And I think a lot of it just has to do with like American idiocy. Like we're stupid.
We're stubborn. I wouldn't call us stupid. Yeah. Stupid is, I think, a bad word for it. It's stubborn. We're so used to being free, and we're so proud and all that on being free.
That you feel like people feel that like things you have to things you do for the better of others is like impeding on your rights or something.
Yeah,
it really isn't. It's just like
so stupid.
What good are rights if you're not alive? You know, so
too much freedom is sometimes a bad thing.
Yeah, and
it just got to everyone's heads. I believe.
Like since COVID,
and it still is.
Things that's happened, you know, like restaurant industry completely changed for a lot of places. A lot of places only do delivery or pickup. Yeah,
they've just now been opening up back here in North Carolina.
Yeah,
in the past month or so.
Yeah,
we've been able to dine in.
But it's been crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been.
What else has changed? Like
the mask being mandatory is crazy. Like fucking Walmart's only allowing you to go in
if you have a mask, yeah.
And not only that, they don't open the other side of.
Oh, the Walmart, yeah.
You're only allowed the grocery
control where
entrance.
You're in and out, yeah.
The grocery entrance is the only in and out.
Yeah, and I think it's good that they're doing, especially places like Walmart, because like you really got to think.
Walmart's a big store.
Yeah, and where do the dumbest people go to shop at?
Yeah.
Fucking Walmart.
Yeah, it sucks to say. I mean, it is more expensive at other places.
Yeah.
Like Target
and shit, yeah.
Harris Teeter,
but
obviously.
Like, where do you always see Karens at?
Yeah,
fucking exactly. Walmart, exactly. So I think it's good that places as like common as Walmart.
Such a big place, such a big store. They make a whole lot of money.
Yeah, and
it is good to see them do something.
I think it's for anybody listening, anybody like on the fence of this shit. Like, the last thing I want people to make COVID is a political thing, because realistically, it is not a political thing.
In no way.
In no way. And I think it's worse when you politicize, like, wearing a mask and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because, like...
yeah. I can understand politicizing the 2 weeks, the 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The government's just pushing it back and back. And I can understand why you would make an argument. However, it's not that big a deal, man.
Yeah.
Like, just deal with it. Like, everyone else is going to do it.
It's done in the spirit of something good.
Yeah, and then everyone wants to talk about how, everything is changing, the world is worse off, people are bad for each other, blah, 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 help your neighbor. And then as soon as something happens like this, it's, oh, fuck my neighbor, I'm going to go outside every day.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's like, we could just take it from, like, other countries, like, we're still, like, we're not as bad anymore, let's say, but, like...
Yeah, people are starting to realize.
Compared to how other countries handle, I think we probably could have done it way, 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 way better.
Yeah.
But we're at a point now where...
I mean, at least we're not like India. Like, a lot of people were getting beat for being out of their house.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I've seen multiple videos of, like, cops going around publicly shaming people and, like, beating the hell out of them for not staying in quarantine.
And I know in Central America it is really bad there, too.
It's terrible.
COVID's bad there. But I think what made it bad here is, like, it became very political here, which is... very rare. I think it's very rare, but very interesting, because our country kind of shows how anything here is, like, kind of just politicized.
Yeah, everything is.
Fucking everything.
The past, I think, 10 years.
Cardi B's fucking WAP video became politicized here. Like, it's literally anything.
That's kind of crazy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just shows the time we're in, where everything's, like, hyper-political. And almost anything you do is, like, kind of a political statement.
Yeah. I think that'll fall off, though, next 10, 15 years.
Hopefully, yeah.
It needs to.
Because we're, like, a very, like... Shit. This year has been, like, a rough year.
Yeah. I think the only way, though, other than it just dying off, is going to have to be, like, a civil war. I really do. I kind of see it like that, though. Because, like, there's nothing but extremes. You can't be a Republican... and be like, oh, I agree with this Democrat. Then every otother Republican is going to be like, oh, you're a fucking libtard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. Everybody's like, partisan and all that shit.
You have to be extreme. Like, it's...
have to be extreme. Yeah, like, it's like... And it's weird, people, like, feel like you have to make it, like, your identity.
Yeah. If that's the only thing that makes you is being a Republican or a Democrat, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There's more to life. There's more to live for. There's no way you agree with someone 100% at all.
Never.
That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You have no fucking brain if that's who you are. And that's just that, honestly.
Yeah, so in other words, just wear a mask. If you're out there,
I swear.
Wear a mask. We're not even bringing up, like, scientific studies or anything. Just, like...
It's not a big fucking deal.
Yeah. Do we understand 100% the science behind... Or, like, the people like to be like, it's... statistically proven, like, not to be the most effective. Yeah, but, like, I'm pretty sure, I feel like it works, and we should treat it as it works.
I haven't gotten it, and I've been wearing a mask.
Exactly. I work with tons of customers all the time.
Yep.
Haven't gotten it.
I've honestly been out almost, like, every kind of chance I get. I take every chance I get to get out of the house, and, Because, I mean, as much as, you should stay under quarantine, you should. You definitely should. However, your immune system does need to be exposed to things. So don't sit in the house for, like, 4 months straight. your immune system will die.
And go outside, run, go do something.
Go run. The best way to combat the virus is be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, have good hygiene, run, build up a good immune system just by working out. Take this time to work out and shit, and you'll honestly be fine. Yeah. Even if you get the virus, you will.
Because one thing I've been doing is, like, I do still avoid, like, going to, like, a lot of people. And
like
and
big
what I
gatherings,
do to go outside, I've been, like, lately I haven't rode my bike in, like, years. And for some reason, like, the past, like, couple months, I was like, oh, shit, I have a bicycle. Like, I just been riding that shit everywhere. Like, it's actually fun.
Yeah.
And just going outside and shit, like, there's a lot of shit you can do, like, not even involving people, that you can still go outside and do shit, which I think people really underestimate. Yeah.
Go out, run, jog, do fucking body weight exercises in your yard. Just do shit that, like, doesn't involve people. Be healthy. Stay healthy. Have fun. If anything, if you really just need the entertainment, buy some kind of video game. Console.
Entertain yourself, man.
Yeah. Like, now's a good time to play video games. It's a great time.
Yeah. There's so many good games out. There's so many good things you can do. Like, yeah. Do your part in this.
Yeah.
We're all in this shit together, bro. And the only way we're going to get through all this is if we all work together.
Some people just need to fucking listen. And they won't.
They definitely, yeah. There's always those people.
Yeah. And you're never going to get rid of them.
But, yeah.
The coronavirus.
You can always do your part.
Yeah. That's all it is.
And so talking like Corona and all this shit changing, there's like something really big that changed, and like Sean got married.
Oh yeah, I was
since
gonna say
the last podcast.
Sean
got freaking married, bro.
Yeah,
you take it from there. It's crazy.
It's been crazy. Everything happened. So I can't say everything because certain family members don't know everything, and they shouldn't.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and that might be you, don't ask me. Try and get it out of Carolyn.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we got married August 5th. I think that was the day. I'm very... no, it was August 5th. I remember. It's been a little over a month, and it's been amazing. It has been weird as far as, like, adjusting to living with someone. Like, it always is going to be weird. Another, like, the biggest change was we never actually argued in person. It was always, like, just the greatest time when we were together. I would go stay at my place or my mom's. And then someone would come up during FaceTime or something. And then we would just, not like go at each other's throats, but like we would argue. And then that was it. But the next day, I would see my now wife and we would just be fine. Nothing happened, blah, 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 blah. Everything was good. So one of the hardest things has been arguing in person. Because I'm an asshole. I am. Like, I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm kind of fucking mean. Now, I am very, like, you can ask anyone, you can ask Caesar, I'm the nicest person to my wife. Now, like, I, of course, joke and I pick.
Yeah. But
I pick way harder on everyone else. Like, you'll understand. Like, I'm the nicest person in the world to my wife. And I've been trying to get her to see that. Like, I'm sorry for being an ass. Like, but I am, like, way nicer to you than I am anyone else. So, I mean, that's been that.
And I think it's interesting. It's like an interesting dynamic because a lot of people consider getting married at like a younger age like a thing of the past,
Yeah, it is. It is kind of a thing of the past.
I think people like generally forget like things can still like work at a younger age. You know?
Now, like, I will like admit, like my granddad called the night before the wedding. He was like, "Now, I know what I'm saying may not change anything." He was like, "But I want you to look at everything." He was like, "Do you think what you're doing is smart?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's the most intelligent thing to do. Getting married at 19, almost in debt in my own bank account already. I got married with $300 in my account with bills coming."
Yeah.
And it fucking all works out, man. Like, that's the only thing I can say to people is it will work out eventually.
Yeah.
And now we're not living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
At 19 years old, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Now, albeit we have rent-free, we have limited bills, and as in like none, other than bills that we brought onto ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that option.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you ever get the chance to, you know, live somewhere rent free, and it might suck. It's gonna suck, but you will be financially secure. And to me, that's one of the biggest things ever. I didn't grow up financially secure. My family wasn't. It's just how it was. So to me, my biggest fear is not being financially secure, not being able to, you know, do right by everyone money-wise. So not living paycheck to paycheck already is like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. And it's because money was one of the biggest stressors early on. Like a bill got taken out like 2 days before we thought it was gonna take out.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I had an overdraft thing on Wells Fargo. I thought it was 3 days until my overdraft. Turns out the overdraft kicks in immediately. Like the next day.
Fucking yeeted your money.
Yeah. So I was like $50 in debt.
Yeah.
And then I actually worked out a deal with my mom. Because she wanted to buy my little brother a Nintendo DS. Couldn't find, not a DS, a Nintendo Switch. Couldn't find him anywhere. I have one. I didn't really want it. I never really played it. So I told my mom, I was like, yo, I'll give it to you if you give me $50 right now. And then just take off my phone bill for the next 2 months. Which it all equates up to like $180. Which I'm just going to sell the Nintendo Switch for $200. I don't really care. I just want, you know, it's whatever. And so it worked out. I was going to sell my laptop, but my wife was like, no, you bought it. Whatever. But so I still got my laptop. Everything's good. Just, yeah. Don't do what makes sense when you really believe that you and someone are meant to be together. Like I really knew I fucked up when I broke up with her. Like
prior 2 years ago, I think?
Yeah, like 2 years ago. I knew like the next day that I fucked up, like that I made a huge mistake. Yeah. And so like ever since then, like, and of course I did talk to a few other women, and like I didn't, you know, nothing ever was serious. And I was just trying to like get my mind off and see if I really did make a mistake. And I mean, it just always, whether I was like with someone else,
it always came back to Carolyn.
Yeah, every time I was thinking about like it was really just her name. It just popped in my face. I was like, damn, who do I want right now? And it was like Carolyn. And I was like, shit. Yeah. Like toss a coin up in the air, Carolyn, every time. So, I mean, I just did what made sense as far as I've always been big on what my heart says, not my brain. Yeah. And when it comes to life decisions,
and I think I agree with you like a lot. Like if you have a gut feeling for something, it's probably gonna work out. Whether even if in that moment it feels like it won't.
Shit's never gonna be easy. Yeah. Especially with love.
Exactly.
Especially with love. Love is the hardest thing. Love takes heart. Like it takes blood, sweat, tears. It takes all that. It's the hardest thing.
But I feel like if it's true, if it's like
everything will work out.
It'll pan out some way.
In some way. Yeah.
Because like in the immediacy of it, I feel like it wouldn't feel like. Yeah. It would feel like, man, that's a bad decision, or like. Yeah. Or, you know, especially being so young, you know, I feel like especially, it's odd looking at it now, because most adults now look at getting married young a bad thing, when most of them did actually get married, like, relatively young, you know?
And that's the thing, is, like, my family, everyone gave me advice. Everyone was like, hey, you know, don't do it, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, there were those that were like, hey, I support you. I don't like what you're doing, and I don't think it's right, but I do love you, and I will support you. Yeah, it was the biggest thing as far as, like, support. It's just hearing that people had my back, blah, blah, blah. And you can't listen to the people that are like, nah, fuck that, don't do it. Yeah. You just can't. It's not their life. It's yours.
It ultimately, it's your life, your decision, and, like, your relationship.
Yeah, no matter what happens. Even if me and Carolyn don't work out 5 months from now, 2 weeks from now, 5 years, it doesn't matter. Like, I did what made me happy. I think she's happy, so I'm happy. But, yeah, so, like, just, it doesn't matter what happens eventually, but if you know what you want in that moment, go for it. Yeah. Everything will work out eventually. Yeah. And I think, and I say I regret breaking up with her, but like she told it to me. She was like, it was very important in our relationship as a whole. We both had to figure some life things out. I had to figure out what I really wanted, because I don't honestly think if I took those 2 years, I would have really known.
Yeah. For context, for people who don't know, so basically like 2 years ago, Sean and Carolyn were dating.
For like 3 months.
For like 3 months, Sean broke up with her. And then like 2 years later, which is this year.
Yeah, I hit her up January 10th.
And yeah.
At like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were there.
I was there.
On Xbox. That was funny.
Telling you not to do it?
Yeah, you did. You did. You were the one person that was like, hey, don't do that. And I was like, ah. And I mean, who knows? Like,
it panned out very well.
Everything panned out very well. Very well. I don't know why. I really just was like, I just think I should do it. Mm-hmm. It was so random. We were playing speedrunners.
It was super random.
It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, you know what? Gonna hit up my ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. If you think of it from now, like whenever you do tell your marriage story, like years down the line.
Yeah, like, it was just a shot in the dark.
I was technically there for like the inception of it.
Yeah, you were.
It's kind of weird to think, but yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Marriage is like, it's a real thing. Like
it's a big step. Yeah, it's a real thing.
And it's funny because like we talk about on this podcast, like this is like the podcast kind of follows where we are at in life.
Yeah.
And, like, that feels like such a big, like, a monumental thing.
Yeah.
That, like, comes so early, like, and, like, even for me, like, I hate, like, this is such a selfish, like, thing for me to think. But, like, when you told me that, I was like, first thing that hit my mind, and, like, I remember Tilly said it, too, was like, what the fuck am I doing in my life? Like, like, where am I at,
Yeah.
And it like, that's such a selfish thing, but I feel like that's, like, a human thing, like, just to compare yourself to anybody.
You are. It's a very human thing. It's what social media does, whether you do it regardless or not. You see a nice video of someone, like, on the fucking beach, and you're like, damn, why can't I be there right now? Why can't I be that carefree?
What am I doing wrong then? I'm not in that position yet.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Yeah.
And life works out and it pans out differently for everybody. It's not supposed to work the same. It is not. It's just not.
Yeah.
Well, your life could be just naturally harder than something. It just might have to be that way.
And like for a second I was like, man, like he's getting married, like, cause I was happy for him. I'm like, fuck yeah, like, dude, bro. And I was thinking of it. I was like, what am I doing? But then it kind of made me think, like, everybody, like, literally everybody moves like at like completely different paces in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of the most, like, successful people in the world, like, didn't start doing shit till they're, like, 27. And then they're, like, fucking billionaires out of nowhere, shit like that.
Yeah.
I feel like people have to, obviously shouldn't, like, nobody should procrastinate what they want to do, but I feel like people should take things at that pace they feel like is realistic for their life,
Yeah. Always set goals. Set realistic goals.
Yeah, very, very important.
Yeah. Don't ever... just expect to grow wings one day and fly. Expect to get a degree in robotics and nuclear and physics and shit and build a fucking jetpack. That's what you have to do to fly.
Yeah.
Don't expect to grow wings. Don't just do nothing and wait for it to happen.
There's steps to everything. You're never gonna skip to the...
Luck is real, but you can create a lot of luck. You can put yourself...
create opportunities for yourself to where luck might factor in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but don't rely on luck.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just rely on growing wings one day.
Exactly.
You have to apply for college, work for the money to get picked college.
Yeah.
Go through college. And it's going to suck, but eventually, that goal is realistic,
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, you could just be fucking... Because I seen a study, it was like, realistically, this Iron Man suit is possible. Mm-hmm. Like, it is...
Is it?
Yeah.
What, like...
The first one. Not the nano shit that they got.
Oh, yeah, that shit's fucking fake.
Yeah, but like in the first movie, it is
with the
possible.
With the heart one, right?
Yeah. It would... So the biggest limiting factor on exoskeletons and shit like that is actually the batteries.
The batteries?
Yeah.
Because they probably need to be fucking massive, right?
Yeah, and that's the problem. If you have this big fucking
battery strapped to somebody,
Yeah, if you have this big fucking battery, like, you're not lifting anything else.
Yeah.
You're not doing shit else. It's so heavy and everything. So we're trying to create shit like that. Part of me, that's why I want to go to nuke school.
Oh, nuclear...
Yeah, engineering. That actually kind of brings us to the next topic. Married, for me. But right now I'm in the process of joining the Navy.
Yeah.
I was 285 back in March. I think it's actually false. I was around 285 in, like, May. May, April, that kind of area, February. Yeah. Because I do remember going to the Army recruiter and I was like 270. Mm-hmm. So I was probably 285 in like February when we did the last podcast. As of yesterday, I am 230 pounds, which is like a 55 pound weight loss, which is
huge weight. And I've seen Sean times before. What's it called?
Last time you seen me was when I got married.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And even since when Sean got married, like, he's been working out a lot. I could noticeably tell.
I've been going hard, man.
He's been going hard on working out, and I could noticeably tell, like, each time, like, I'm like, yeah, you are, like, slimming down. It's very obvious.
Yeah. The day, I got married, and then I started going to the gym, like, 2 days later. 2, 3, 4 days later. I I didn't run a mile. I couldn't run a mile for like the first week.
Wait, really?
Deadass.
How long did you run?
Maybe like 5 minutes. A good pace. I was struggling, man. But my main concept was I wanted to build cardiovascular health, and the best way to do that is to get your heart rate up, drop it. I'd run for 5 minutes, drop it. Run for 5 minutes, drop it. And I would do that for about 20 minutes. So I was guessing I could maybe run a 12, 13, 14 minute mile. The day before I went to MEPS, so Thursday, I actually ran an 8 minute in like 12-second mile, which is, I haven't done that since sophomore year. Like, that's crazy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was since before I broke my foot, which is, actually before I broke my foot, I was running 6:30, and I felt pretty good running 8:12. The next goal is going to be
where you're currently at. That's pretty good. You know,
it's fucking great, man. Great, yeah. For not being solid muscle.
Yeah.
Like, if you just see a big fucking guy, yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Running an 8 minute mile in general. As like a big dude. It's a big step. And even just like a week ago, I was struggling to run. A week or two ago, I was struggling to run a 10 minute mile.
Really? Yeah.
It was kind of like.
And where would you be running?
Where?
Yeah, where would you go running?
Oh, I would just run on the treadmill, which they say is actually harder.
Is it?
A mile on a treadmill is about you're about 20 seconds behind a mile on track. Indoor track. Outdoor track, you have wind resistance, so you're about 10 seconds early. So I would run maybe 8:25, 8:30 on an outdoor track, but maybe an 8 minute, 7 minute 50 on an indoor.
Because when I go running, the only thing that makes it harder is because I run in like the woods behind my house.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many like branches and shit.
Yeah, you're not trying to step on everything, trip.
And like it happens to me all the time. I haven't like.
You'll roll the
thankfully,
ankle.
I haven't like twisted my ankle completely, but like, you know, you step on it, like you'll stumble a lot. Like that's the only like actual hard part for me. But like for you, I'd see that like.
Yeah.
You know,
the treadmill can't go as fast as your pace.
Yeah.
So.
That shit's going with or without you.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you can want to go a little faster.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the beginning part of the treadmill, it starts the timer once the treadmill starts moving. So when you're building up to your pace, it kind of like takes like 10 seconds to get where you're running. So you kind of have to factor in that. So, I mean, it's been crazy. I've been lifting like 100 pounds with my arms just to kind of fuck with arms, because I like doing arms, I really do. But I have long ass arms and it hurts. Like, we have a friend named Eddie. He's 250, 260 right now, but that man can bench like 260, 270.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's strong, but he's got short arms.
Yeah. Oh, he is pretty stubby.
Yeah, he's got short arms, so it's easy for him.
Homie's built like a bulldog.
Yeah, an ox. He only has to go half the distance I do when I do bench. So I'm doing 200 pounds, and I'm like, fuck. And he's like, you're weak. I'm like, you bitch, I have to go all the way. Yeah, it sucks. Working out is definitely different for everybody. Go at your own pace. 50 pounds in about 5-6 months is kind of fast.
That's very fast. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and I didn't start working out till August. Like, working out.
Like, working, like, on a regular basis, yeah.
Yeah, because I ran maybe once. I probably ran, like, 4 times the past 8 months.
And you're doing, like, dieting with it and all that, too.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing, like, 2 meal, like, keto shit, which I say, you know.
I did keto for a week.
Keto's a scam, you know. I think any type of diet is kind of, like, pseudoscience. Well, you know, he claimed it worked for him, maybe.
So
I think it's pseudoscience.
The only thing that actually worked is just not eating. Fucking recruiter.
You heard it here, folks. If you're overweight, just stop eating.
Yeah, that's really the biggest thing. It is. It's kind of funny.
No.
But the only way to lose weight...
Like, in a healthy way, obviously. Like, don't just stop fucking eating meat.
Yeah. The only way to lose weight is to eat at a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
And I was checking my watch the other day. It tells me how many calories I burn while I sleep and how many active calories. And I'll lay down for the day and I'll check how many calories I burn.
Do you burn a lot of calories when sleeping?
Like 2,000.
When you're asleep?
Yeah.
What, for like rolling around and shit?
Just sleeping.
Oh.
2,000 calories. It's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Because during the day, I'm fucking up, walking, doing my job, and I burn 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
But I can just lay asleep for 8 hours and burn 2,000 calories. It doesn't make sense to me.
Just sleep to lose weight.
Yeah, it does. It helps lose weight. But I was eating at about 800 calories a day while burning like 4,000.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was losing a lot of weight really quick. Yeah. I'm in the process right now of eating shitty food to shock my system from eating...
So you can get back into the keto shit? Or what is it?
I'm just going to eat regular.
Oh, you're eating regular now?
But...
You're done with the keto?
I'm done...
Because keto is just like only eating meats and like no carbs, right?
Meats and vegetables, that's it.
No carbs.
Yeah, meats, vegetables, and you can have like dairy, cheeses, not milk.
Why not milk?
I don't know why. It's not keto friendly. I don't know why.
But cheese is processed milk.
I know. I don't get it. But I do know that milk isn't keto friendly.
Oh.
But I fucking love milk.
I don't just drink. Wait up. This is a real serious thing. Because I don't know what you get.
Okay.
What kind of milk do you get?
I'll drink all milk. Personally, over the past year, 2 years, I've actually really liked almond milk. Vanilla, sweet.
You didn't even say like
milk.
Animal milk.
Almond.
He said almond milk.
But
I was talking about percentages. I love whole milk.
I like skim milk.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, so
you basically should just put like fucking
water
in your cereal.
I think I forced myself to like skim milk.
Dude, like, have you had whole? When's the last time you had whole milk?
Probably about a week ago. No.
Like, there's such a distinct difference to whole milk.
I can feel the fat on my teeth. I'm so serious. Cause so I love milk. I'll fucking work out like when I was a kid and just drink milk. Like dead ass. Before and after. Like I love milk. I would eat cereal like 3 times a day if possible.
You were that kid at lunch.
I was. I would be like, yo, you trying to drink that? Yeah, I was bad. I love milk though. It's so fucking good. I don't know why. It's like my favorite drink.
I love dairy products, but I don't like just drinking straight up milk. That's just absurd to me.
It is absurd. It is so weird to think that I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like dead ass, just be at school eating a cheeseburger and drink some milk. Yeah, let me get some milk with that pizza. Yeah, that's disgusting. Like I would never do that outside of school. So why would I do that in? Well, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, so my mom always bought 2% or whole, never 1%. But at freshman year, we had a science teacher, and he's like super crazy. But
what's his name?
Mr. Cooley.
Cooley, okay.
Yeah,
I know
but
Mr. Cooley.
We were talking about milk, and he was like, "Milk is absolutely disgusting."
Yeah,
he was like,
it is gross. Like the concept of it, and like really
he was like,
it's not.
It's terrible for you.
Yeah, it's bad for us. Yeah,
it is absolutely terrible for you after you're like a year old.
Yeah, I think what somebody told me was like, milk only became popular like as a marketing thing. Like people like it's like
good with cereal.
it's like me finding it's basically like what milk companies did is the equivalent of like, let's say like I was trying to sell meth to people.
Yeah.
Like they would make studies to find good things about it. So they'd be like, yeah, meth has vitamin B.
Yeah.
And what vitamin B from meth would be is fucking calcium in milk. They just started, calcium's good for your bones, and guess what has calcium? Milk.
Yeah.
But like
you don't need calcium after you're 2.
Exactly.
You could drink a glass of milk.
Your skeletal system is basically done developing when you're after you're
Yeah, your body can be fine without milk after you're like 2 years old. You don't.
Milk. There's a lot of stuff in it. There's definitely good things in milk.
Calcium.
There's some healthy fats, I'd say, in milk. Like it's
little.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like
It's not good for you at all. Though.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
Milk isn't something it's not a healthy
like
thing.
People are lactose intolerant that technically your bodies aren't even supposed to digest milk, I feel like. Especially like animal milk.
Like rip to them for not eating cheese. Like
yeah.
I can't eat cheese. I mean, I don't know a lactose intolerant person that actually abides by it though.
Yeah. I don't know either.
They all just say fuck that.
Like, they're just like, man, I'm just gonna fuck up my day.
Yeah, I really feel like shitting later.
Yeah. But no, I'm disappointed you even said almond milk.
Yeah, I think okay, so back to the story.
I love whole milk.
He was like, yeah, milk is disgusting. It's terrible for you. He was like, if you drink milk right now, you're just trying to get fat.
Mr. Cooley said this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, damn, like I had like 4 glasses of milk that morning. Like I would get home from school, make a peanut butter jelly, take the cap off the gallon, and just start chugging.
That is so disgusting.
Eat my peanut butter jelly, take the cap off again, and chug again. I would get like a good 2-3 swallows in before I'm like, all right, whatever. Before bed, chug. Wake up, go downstairs, get some fucking milk. And then he said that, and I was like, damn.
Maybe I should stop drinking milk.
I was like, well, I'm not going to stop. So I got some skim milk, and I was like, it's not bad. And it goes really well with cereal. Skim milk, to me, it goes
whole milk goes so good with cereal.
Yeah, but skim milk, to me, I like drinking the milk afterwards.
Like, to me,
skim milk, not terrible.
To me, skim milk literally tastes like skim milk and like 1% milk tastes like water.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. And like I understand what you're saying. I still get the flavor, so it's not a problem to me. But
like if I could drink half and half with like my cereal, I would.
I'm so weak.
I love just the creaminess of that's why I like whole milk.
The creaminess is the fat.
I know. I like the fat in it. Yeah, I like.
That's why I could feel the fat on my teeth when I drink whole milk.
Feel the fat? Like, what do you mean the fat?
The fat, like the creaminess,
like the molecules.
Yeah, it sticks to my teeth. It does, and I'm like, oh my god, this is disgusting. The texture of whole milk.
There's no way.
Yeah.
It feels like a little thicker, but like in a good way, like rich.
It does. Like I understand.
I love the richness.
The rich, but I just feel it on my teeth, and I'm like, wow, this is disgusting.
Feeling fat on your teeth. I've never heard that.
Yo, like if you drink skim milk for like a 2 months straight, like nothing, you know, every time you eat cereal, every time you get a cookie, blah blah blah. Skim milk, and then you go to drink whole milk, you can tell. It's like, wow, this is kind of gross. Because you don't get that feeling when you drink
I can tell because my dad likes getting, he likes getting like 2%.
Yeah.
But I always just end up buying a thing of whole milk. Because I just like whole milk. Like
whole milk is good. I prefer whole milk over 2%. 2% what?
Yeah. And like, people don't know, whole milk's literally just like 3.5%.
Yeah.
It's not like that drastic, but like I can tell. Like I can definitely.
You can.
Yeah,
you can tell. It's drastic.
Yeah.
Like I can tell drinking skim milk to 1%. So serious. Like I can feel it. And so when I drink whole milk, I'm like, ugh. Like I can feel it sticking to my tongue. It's kind of gross. But yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. It was cutting out milk. Yeah, it does a lot for you. Don't drink milk.
I legit, like, even growing up, like, the only thing I realistically use milk for is, like, cereal.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I would always get it, like, snacks, like
now I use milk a lot more for, like, baking and stuff, but, like...
You should. I mean,
I don't really
thing for baking.
just drink milk. I've never just drank milk. Like, I've always found that weird.
Yeah, see, I've always been a big fan of
milk drinker.
Yeah. But, I mean, enough about me. Well, like... I know you explained to me that your new goal is going to be like baking, going to a college for like culinary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so explain.
So like
little life updates here.
So I would even say it was I've always liked cooking, obviously. And I've always been really into cooking.
Let me pause you right there.
Yeah.
By the way, since I got the new job, I actually love it. I don't like my job, obviously working at a fucking fast food, but that's not really fast food job place. Being a cook. Technically, I qualify as a cook now. But it is fun making food. Like, just seeing everything, and I'm like, all right, to make this dish, I have to put all of these things here. I have to cook this. I have to do this. I have to make everything. It is fun. It is like... And the only thing I like about the fast food part is being timed. Well, not really timed, but it's pressured.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah. It's
There's
an
things to
urgency.
move-
There's a sense of
urgency,
urgency.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You're like, oh, they don't get their food fast enough, dude. You're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So I gotta move quick.
Yeah, you're technically a registered like cook.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because Wienerworks isn't technically fast food because there's only 4 places
Yeah.
and it's only in Fayetteville. We're technically just a restaurant
Yeah.
that qualifies.
A local
as-
restaurant.
Yeah, we qualify as fast food, but we're not. Fast
Yeah, a
food.
local fast food joint that is categorized technically as just like a restaurant.
Yeah. It's
So-
pretty crazy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been like, so since COVID and all that, I've always been into cooking, first of all. I've always cooked and baked and shit. But it wasn't until like, after COVID, I had so much time to do stuff. And I just ended up like baking like weekly.
Yeah.
And like,
Is that how? Yeah, it has been weekly.
yeah, like basically weekly I'm baking and
Yeah.
like making stuff. And like, people who follow me on social media and stuff, they see like, I always post what I'm making.
Yeah.
And I really do, like, I'll spend like time like,
That
a lot
cake
of
looked
time.
good. I was like, damn.
Which in the chocolate one?
Yeah, the triple layered.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of chocolate cake. It's
Me
weird.
neither. I'm not a fan of overly sweet things, and that's why I really like baking too, because
My
you can
thing is-
control how much sugar is in it.
Yeah, my thing is like just. Okay, my biggest thing,
Mm.
chocolate flavored stuff usually is good. I used to be huge on it as a kid because chocolate. you
Yeah.
know? It's that chocolate factor.
Yeah.
But chocolate ice cream after a while it just tastes like coffee.
I hate chocolate ice cream.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
Because
Like-
most chocolate ice creams are just like really low quality chocolate.
It's shit and it tastes like fucking
Yeah.
coffee. And that shit makes me mad. I didn't order a coffee
Yeah.
ice cream.
It's usually shitty chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But
chocolate cake you can get away with.
mm,
But 9 times out of 10 you order a fucking chocolate cake, it just tastes like a brownie.
yeah.
Or you get a brownie, it tastes
Mm.
like fucking cake. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But go on, yeah.
But like, yeah, and I've been doing a lot of shit like that, and you know, I was finding myself like kind of getting good at it, like pretty good at it. And I would go out like, you know, whatever day I wanted to make something, I would actually go to the store and like go actually buy the shit I need to make that day. I've cooked for Sean and them a few times since.
Yeah. You made some.
I cooked when Tilly was here too, right? Yeah, I did, right?
Yeah, with me.
Yeah, with you here too.
Yeah, you made some General Tso's that I
Yeah.
decided to throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, not because it was bad. It was a different reason.
And I made Alfredo for you, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Alfredo was delicious.
Alfredo.
Can't lie.
So I'm not even lying. So I make cheese dip for them a lot.
Yeah, twice. You're not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, but at home. So ever since you told me I'm not allowed to make cheese dip because it gets stuck on a pot like next day.
Yeah.
It's hard to clean up.
It's just messy.
Yeah.
Everything's messy.
So at home I was like, I'm not even lying. For like 3 days I was practicing different cheese recipes that don't leave like that shit on the pot. And bro, like I made like the perfect cheese sauce. Like
No.
I did it 2 days in a row to make sure like, okay, yeah.
Maybe I won't tell my mom that you're making cheese dip
Yeah.
and you can make it.
Yeah. They won't know. They
Yeah.
won't know because I perfected it.
Alright.
But yeah, so
I
I've
think
been
a big
into,
thing is cleaning the day of as well.
Yeah.
We gotta start cleaning the day of.
I usually clean up almost everything, but it was that time I had to leave in the morning for something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every time we kind of just get distracted with,
Yeah.
you know,
But
vibing.
But yeah, and I was like getting really into like the technical side of cooking and baking and stuff. And I was like, man, like I kind of want to go to school for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was planning this summer I was already applying and looking places to apply to go to school in. But like COVID and stuff and all that, it's like
It's not the same.
it's not the same. And it's kind of, and it sounds weird, but like I was kind of bummed out. And it really like sucked because I was actually really, really like
Yeah, that makes
excited
sense.
to do it because
You found something you like to do. And
yeah,
you want
it's something I
go
like to
school
do
for it.
and I want to pursue exactly. And mine was like cooking and baking and stuff,
Yeah.
especially like baking. I really like the baking. I like pastries and all that
Yeah.
because I like putting like attention and like detail and like technicality and stuff. I like doing stuff really technical.
Do you
And
like
yeah.
like the presentation?
Yes, I'm so heavy on the presentation.
I am when I work as well. Like, people will make burgers at work.
They'll slap that shit together.
Yeah, they'll make that shit in like 30 seconds. It honestly takes me like 1:30 every burger. Because I literally make sure I put almost the same amount of ketchup every time. I do like, there'll be like 3 pickles. I'm like, I'm going to give them 5. Because I'll do 4, like 1 on each corner of the bun, and then I'll do 1 in the middle. 5. I'll try and get onions as best as possible. Usually you can't be good with onions. Yeah. You just kind of have to throw them because the people that cut them are retarded. The tomato slices, it pisses me off when they're not even. Or like when they're slightly angled. It actually throws me, like, I get fucking livid. That shit pisses me off, man. Because I'm like, why can't you just slice in a straight line?
Even. Don't you guys have like machines to cut it? The tomatoes? No. So it's just by hand?
Just by hand. So and people are like dead ass cutting like at like trapezoid type shit. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, I don't...
Because you guys probably have like good quality like cutting utensils and all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, quality cutting utensils, they're great. I mean, not great. They're good. Yeah. They're good. They're quality.
They're good enough to do a good job with.
Yeah. But the ingredients are fresh. Like, everything you get there, onions, lettuce, tomato, all the kind of produce and shit. It is fresh. And it looks good. And I'm just like, why can't you cut it correctly? Like, I don't... They haven't had me open, so I haven't cut anything or done that. Yeah. And I'm sure I'll fuck up. Yeah. But while I'm not fucking up, why are they? Like, obviously, I'm just going to put the blame on them right now. But, like, presentation is such a huge thing for me. Because why would I want a fucking shitty burger? Yeah. It just looks like something I can go to McDonald's and get. Yeah. And it's just... The burgers are all quarter-pound meats, by the way. As long as you get not a cheeseburger or double cheeseburger. It's a quarter pound. It's fucking awesome. Like, it's huge.
So it's a big. It
comes in like the little, like the little flower kind of shape.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. And I also like, they'll burn that shit on one side and then the other side just kind of like, it looks like you cooked it good. And I'm like, ugh, don't do that. Like, I've got to make sure everything gets flipped at almost the same time. Yeah. I flip I obviously can't put all 9 fucking patties on the grill and then manage them all.
Time manage each one.
Yeah. So I'll put 9 patties on the grill. I'll remember which one I put down first. I'll kind of count to 30 seconds, flip it, see how good it's doing, and then I'll go through the thing. Flip all of them, see how good they're doing, flip them back. I'll go, wait, and I'll flip them, see how they're doing. If they're doing good, right about to burn, I'll flip all of them. Flip in order, the one I put down, all the way to the one I put down last.
The last one you put down.
Yeah. So that way they're all even. And then I'll fucking take the spatula and then pop a hole in the middle of each. All the blood, all the juice comes right up the top. Love it.
You're supposed to do that?
No. So sometimes I do it just because I feel like I'm being a dickhead. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing this. I'm kind of bored. So everyone today is getting a dry ass burger. But it helps with the burger, I've noticed. Because honestly, if you don't like order a burger at the right time, your burger is gonna be sitting for like 2 hours.
Wait, real?
Pre-cooked. I mean, so they get
not everything's to order.
No,
unless you ask for something weird in it.
Right. So everything's frozen meats wise, like the burgers. Yeah. I take it out. I put it on the grill. I cook it. Everything's brown on both sides. Should be cooked in the middle. Should be. I can't always check because that ruins the fucking food. Yeah. So I kind of have to just rely on it not burning and then being almost burnt. Yeah. And, that's pretty much it. And then once I cook it, I set it in a tub. There's like a...
A tub?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a tub. What? It's a metal tub. It sits on the left side of the grill.
Oh, where the meat sits in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we got the big patties and the small patties in there. Same.
Just like a container for it.
Yeah, there's like 3 inches of juice in the tub. But some burgers will sit above the juice.
What's in the juice?
It's just the burger juice.
Oh.
The juice that's leaked out of burgers.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
sure
there's water
and all that shit.
Yeah, just fat and all that. Yeah. Which, I don't think that's right. The longer your burger sits in there, the more juice it's going to, like, let out. It doesn't take it in. That's not what you would... You would think it would take it in. Yeah. It's not a fucking sponge. It sees juice outside of the burger, so everything's going to be like, oh, juice belongs outside of the burger. That's how, shit works when you cook. So I'm like, man, like, this burger's been sitting here for 2 hours. Yeah. Because no one's ordered a burger in 2 hours. So I'm like...
So would you, like, serve that burger?
Yeah. I had to pop it back on the grill, heat it up.
Okay, well at least you guys heat it on a grill. I was saying like.
I mean, it's just like a flat top.
Yeah.
Grill.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like a man. Like I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Cause I mean that burger's been sitting there for 2 hours, man.
Like it's not like it's like gross. It's just like.
It isn't gross, and it's perfectly healthy.
You just want a fresh burger.
Yeah, because all the juices are gone out of the burger. The shit's fucking tiny,
Yeah,
and I know it's not good. I know it's not good.
Yeah.
So, like, when I make burgers, I leave the juice in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it so that the shit's not all the way fucking dry. Because I would be pissed if I ordered $5 worth of food, like a just burger.
And get a 2-hour sitting dry burger.
Yeah, that shit would make me so fucking mad.
And Sean, can we disclose where you work at?
Yeah, no. No.
Okay, yeah.
Let's not do that yet. When I leave this job in the military, yeah, we can do that later.
You can disclose it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't sign anything saying that I couldn't.
There's no NDA.
What do you mean? Oh.
Wait, I said that wrong.
Yeah. No, user disclosure. I don't know.
I
didn't fucking sign anything that said I can't say shit.
Oh, you probably shouldn't, but.
Yeah, I'm not going to, just cause.
Yeah.
Just in case, like, anyone there is like, hey. So I did remove that I was Bird Brain podcast co-host from my main page, because I realized that I'm gonna have family following. And I mean, when we get big, I mean, I'll obviously put it back. Like, I just gotta kind of control, because I'm still early in the marriage stage.
Yeah.
I'm still early enough to where family's like, oh, he's new.
Mm.
Let's figure him out.
Yeah.
And I need
Wait, what family? Her family or like your family?
both.
I feel you.
Because my family doesn't know I do this shit.
Oh.
Like, I told my mom I was doing a podcast with you tonight, and she was like, what's that? Like, you know what a fucking podcast is? So, like, there's just this shit I talk I just can't say to family, I guess.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Or it's like shit you wouldn't like exactly like.
I wouldn't bring up the family.
Yeah, you wouldn't bring it up. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't talk like you. Like, I wouldn't talk to you like I would them.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it is very weird.
I don't want my family knowing yet.
You wanna know what's funny?
Yeah.
So my grandma listened to my first one.
No.
Yes.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yes.
What'd she think?
She's like, oh, like, I didn't know you talk like this.
Yeah.
And like, she's very like religious, and
Yes, that's the thing.
So I think that if you're listening, what's up? But like, yeah.
Shout out to your grandma.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it was just like I guess because I want to say it's like a side of me. It's like, it's very much me. It's
That's
just
what I'm saying.
like,
I'm not hiding who I am.
it's just like, why would I present that side? Why would I present that to you?
Yeah.
Unless you're like interested in it, then sure, I'd talk about it with you.
Yeah, I have
feel
no
like,
problem. Like, I'm just being courteous to my family.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
that you wouldn't want to hear me say fuck, like, all these,
exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to talk about, I wouldn't want to talk about shit like that like I would with family. That's just being courteous. That's just being family. It's not your friends.
Yeah.
This is like, it's almost like sitting in your living room, you can talk about shit like that. Like, let's actually, we gotta move this thing along, because it's an hour and a half. Yeah, it's supposed to be a short one. Oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
She's just gonna be mad at me.
Alright.
These protests.
What, yeah.
Shit that you don't really bring out family, because family can be divided.
Okay, yeah. So, obviously, since the last time we had the podcast, there's a big like civil movement in America.
Yeah, you have to be living under a rock.
Yeah, and I honestly say this is pretty historic. In the
it
time
is.
We're living
it's going
in.
To be historic.
It's
There's
historic.
People still writing.
Yeah,
like it's
because it's like
this happened in June, May.
Yeah, this happened in June, early June. I remember.
Okay. Yeah.
And
because I just got back from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a big thing. I remember.
It was a big thing.
And it still is, because
it's huge, and it's not going to go away.
It's not.
It can't.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that, it's not a great time as, like, a lot of people to talk about things.
Yeah.
It's not it's not your voice that needs to be heard. Like, it's just kind of weird to talk about things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because Brandon was asking me, Brandon's one of our friends, mutual friend. And he was like, you as a white guy, he was like, what's like, what's your opinion? He was like, what's your opinion on white privilege? I was like, I don't have a say on that.
Yeah.
I was like, white privilege is thinking I have a say on white privilege. That's what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's just how that is. You can't, like, it's just, and it's not my voice that needs to be heard. Now, if you ask me, obviously I will tell you that, like, what is going on in America, it needs to happen. It does.
Yeah.
Like, police officers. Now, this defund the police shit, I can't get behind. I'm sorry.
We differ on things. I think when people say defund the police, I think people say.
I get what they're meaning.
Yeah, I say in the sense of like,
put the money in the right place.
In the right place. We put so much money into like police's like militarizing the police.
Militarizing like people. The police don't need new vests every 2 years.
I feel like they need to. If you're gonna even fund the police, you fund it to a way where it's like. To where it's more community based, because I feel like there's a big disconnect.
Yeah, there is.
To people's communities and their police, and just the whole. If you, I don't know where you've been living. If you haven't heard about George Floyd and all that.
Yeah, but it's a big thing. It's very tragic.
It all started with George Floyd. I do remember the day. I remember seeing that video. It was the night after. And I was just watching the video. I was like,
"It's fucking wrong."
It's hard. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, people are just watching this shit happen.
Because and
he's like talking. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
It's hard to watch. And
you are told if someone's talking, they can breathe.
Exactly.
But it wasn't about him breathing.
Yeah.
It was about the pressure on his spine, his neck, and everything. It was just. I think he passed out originally from loss of blood. Yeah. Is what it was. He thought he couldn't breathe, but obviously you could talk, you can breathe.
Yeah.
It was the blood, and then after that, it just got cut off. It was choked, that way. Which is terrible. That's a terrible way to go.
It's tragic because it kind of shows, like, people like to say, like, this shit doesn't happen, but, like, I feel like it really does. It genuinely does. And you could downplay it all you want.
You gotta be an idiot to think it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it really... I say exposed people who are like just morally like
morally
in the wrong, morally like selfish.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would think so.
Because I remember when people started saying Black Lives Matter, that's when I started hearing the stupid like All Lives Matter shit and like and I think
I get what they're saying. All lives matter.
Yeah,
that's
like
not
nobody's saying
they don't. Yeah, no one's saying all lives don't matter.
Yeah,
no one's saying only Black lives matter.
It's the fact that. At this time, it's kind of gone for a while unaddressed. People say like, oh, why do people need to protest and all that? It's like, well, there has been for many, many years like actual peaceful protests for previous like police killings.
Yeah.
That were completely peaceful.
And they got ignored.
Yeah, and it's like...
It was a big thing, riot squads were put out for police, and then they just watched them, and then that was it. It was gone in 2 weeks.
Like, who's the one that George Zimmerman killed? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Like, Trayvon Martin. There you go. Like,
he was the biggest.
That wasn't even a police thing. That was just killing in general. But
then they had the one with the Baltimore police where the guy died in the back of the van.
Exactly. And that stuff, people definitely did protest, but it was completely peaceful.
It was peaceful.
But it feels like at a certain point, like things will just go unnoticed unless like there's an actual like visceral response.
And they did get a response from being violence. Like a lot of police departments have changed. Well, not really changed, but spoken out. A lot of people have spoken out. Now, like the riots, it's definitely weird. A lot of people are looking for an excuse to riot. I knew that was going to happen. Everyone knew that was going to happen. But like, I do think that they should have a little cooled with the riots, especially on like local business. Yeah. There's no sense.
And and I saw it from an angle of like rioting. I feel like rioting is like a natural response to any type of unrest in any
mutiny.
Type.
Anytime in society when there's a government.
Anything. I feel like anything that happens that has any type of chaos or disruption, like rioting, like almost always happen. There's always people who take advantage of that, and I do think rioting in general is wrong. Like. It is morally wrong. It is. And I don't think it isn't justified in the sense of, what's it called, you're taking back that power or anything. Because, there's plenty of businesses and stuff that it's wrong to riot, and I really there's no validation for people who riot. Though I do think only pointing out people who riot does a big injustice to the vast majority of people who are just protesting,
are being peaceful,
being peaceful. And I do think while it does need to be addressed, like the rioting, I do think it does take away, and you're kind of an asshole to be like playing devil's advocate, like, well, if you want peace, why are you rioting? Like, that is a thing that people are doing, and it's wrong. But I think, in general, you should bring attention to
why. Why are they rioting?
Why?
Exactly.
Why are they rioting? And then bring more attention to the people who are doing it correctly, who are protesting correctly. Yeah. And then,
start talking to those people. Making change.
Because when you shift the narrative to only the negative and then the bad stuff, then you're doing it to be like facetious in a way, to detract from the main message, and like Breonna Taylor, that's
fucked up.
That's a sad. That's just a sad story. I believe there's no body cam footage.
There's nothing.
It's just
there is absolutely not a goddamn.
She was shot 8 times.
8. That's fucking wild.
In her sleep.
And that's my big thing. So when they say defund the police, I get what they're saying. I do. The money needs to be allocated to training. We are not picking the right officers. We are not picking morally correct.
I think
there needs to be a stricter training. There needs to be
not even that. They need to have like a way stronger way to mentally check them.
That's what I'm saying. A mentally background check.
I feel like a lot of these people,
they need to be under like a big background check, like the FBI's. But it needs to be for at least a year before you get in, I think.
Yeah, because I feel like the big problem with it is a lot of these people wanting to join the police, just, thinking like...
To be a police officer.
Police is a dream job or something.
Yeah.
But they don't realize there's a lot of, mental...
Yeah, you need to, when you be a police officer, you need to be prepared to put your life in front of everyone else's. You need to be prepared to not be liked. You need to be prepared to just give your life for someone else. You are there to protect and serve.
Yeah.
Not to shoot.
And I feel like if you are the type of person who shows panic in situations, or in
they need to put you in
any type of abrasive situation, I feel like, and especially if a prejudice that you yourself don't acknowledge, I feel like it's just very dangerous, and it's panic and heat of the moment, and having slight prejudices that you're not aware of. It's a very bad combination.
And technically, I would say most people do have a slight prejudice. And it all comes down to stereotyping when you're little. You're like, it starts with the blondes they're just dumb. Yeah. It always starts with that one. Yeah. It's always the blonde jokes.
Blonde jokes, yeah.
And then it just goes to, and it's just stereotyping. That's all it is. I can't if you need it to be explained.
Yeah, and some people, and I feel like some people, some police, you can just tell they're not mentally they don't
prepared. Want to be there.
Yeah.
Either.
They don't want to be there, and they're not mentally prepared.
Yeah.
And one thing that frustrates me, it's one thing I've seen a lot is a police officer kill somebody, and they'll just they might get discharged or whatever, but they'll just go to a new police department in some other fucking city. And I think it's a big problem that
it needs to be looked at. Most all police shootings need to be investigated. Heavily.
Yeah.
Now, whether they were right or wrong, and I understand when cops say, it's my life or theirs.
Yeah.
Now, as a police officer, it needs to be more of theirs than yours. You need to be prepared to make that, it's their life. You need to be prepared to wait until you are absolutely certain. Now, obviously, you tell someone to not move and they fucking reach down in their waist, I'm at least shooting my taser. I'm not gonna lie. If I tell you to not do anything, and you still do, you are not complying. And most cops I've ever spoken to, I've always, because I've never personally met a bad cop, but there's obviously they're out there. There's always bad people in your profession. I was but most of them, taser out first, unless you know someone's armed.
Yeah.
And then you wait. And you tell them specifically what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And most people, as long as you're not a dickhead, most people will do what you say.
Yeah. And I think the problem with the vast majority of them is they don't know how to handle situations where they clearly tell the other person is panicked. Because I've noticed in most of these like killings and all that, it's like the cop is the frantic one, and the person's like
feeding off that.
The person's feeding off, like if you give off that energy, it's very hard to react that way. It's very hard to control someone to be like get down when you like get freaking out or some shit, especially in situations where it is not.
Yeah.
Like the George Floyd one's a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
They were arresting him based off of like what's it called when you write something? Not even fraud. I think it was fraud.
Like fake money.
Yeah. What's it called when you fake a signature? What's it called when you fake a signature?
Impersonation?
No.
No. Plagiarizing. No. Yeah.
No, not plagiarizing. It's like a specific word for it.
I don't know what it is. But I know the cashier called the cops.
But it was basically a non-violent crime that they're arresting him for.
It was.
And he was suspected of it. They still had no idea of it.
Yeah.
And, like, if you handle something like that, I feel like doesn't need to be handled with such aggression.
They didn't need 4 cops.
It would have been different if they're like, okay, hey, there's this guy, and he just, like...
Yeah.
He just punched, like, 5 people in this building, and he's freaking out. Okay, I could maybe understand them being, like, a little bit apprehensive.
A little on
But they... Forging, that's the word it was.
Forging, yeah.
Yeah, but they were arresting him for suspicion of him forging a $20 check.
Yeah.
That's, like...
And I mean, I get it, he's got a background.
Yeah.
But that does...
That does not warrant, arresting someone because they had, like, a forging thing. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. And... Yeah, it's just...
It's kind of wild.
And I think for my biggest takeaway wasn't even like, what is obviously the police thing. It's the reaction of the people around me that really like.
No one said anything. No one.
No. It's like the reaction of. I'm talking about like the world, like the nation in general.
Oh,
like
people. The protest, the rioting, yeah.
How people view it, I think is.
They've had enough.
It shows how people like and like I'm talking about like people who negatively react.
Yeah.
To it saying oh, Blue Lives Matter too, all that stuff. It's like, I hate when people say Blue Lives Matter. Because, like, that's an optional thing, being a cop.
Yeah.
You're not born a cop. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, like,
I mean, I think cops should deserve a bit more respect, you know? They're doing a dangerous job. They should, like...
Yeah.
And, I mean, you know, the Blue Lives Matter, of course, you know?
Yeah.
Cops' lives, you know, matter.
Yeah, and I do think, are people, like, is it wrong for someone in this current state of the world to be distrusting of the cops?
No.
I don't blame them because it's clearly like, you know, I feel like everybody, especially people of color, always told me, I feel like I could ask any adult that I know in my life that is black, and they all tell you they've all had I feel like almost every black person has had bad experience with the cop.
Yeah.
Or has had...
Almost any person of color.
Has had a negative experience with the cop. Not to say they got fucking shot.
No one, like, got shot, arrested, or anything, but, like, just cop walking up to you, be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I've never... Like, I've had cops say, hey. I'm like, what's up? And I mean, obviously, you know... Like, everyone gets that kind of weird feeling. I was like, oh, it's a cop.
Yeah.
Don't do anything retarded.
Exactly.
But, like... You know, I don't get, like, walked up to a cop and I'm like, hey, what you doing? Like, you know, or I've seen that happen to people. Like, people just... And, I mean, obviously, that person did look a little suspicious. Mm-hmm. Like, they just looked like something was a little off.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, like, I've never seen a cop walk up to this, you know, white person and be like, hey, what you doing? You know? There's no need. Like, it's weird. It, like, is people profile. That's all it is. It's just... Like, it's just, like, my biggest thing is the training. Like, the cops get trained for basic law enforcement training. Yeah. And then they go through, like, a yearly seminar. And they go, and that's not training. Yeah. Listening, watching a video, that's not training. Yeah. You need to be put in, like, intense situations. Mm-hmm. Like, it needs to be almost like basic training for the military. Mm-hmm. That's why military personnel handle shit so well. Yeah. It's almost like never the cops that were prior service you see doing shit like this. Yeah. Because they were trained. Yeah. They were trained properly how to deal with, like, live scenarios, out of, like, pocket shit. They just... Because I've said this a lot.
Because a lot of the bad things you see about cops, it literally just looks like a civilian with a gun.
Yeah.
How they handle it, I would have not been able to tell if it was just like, it just looks like an entitled civilian at a point. Who doesn't know what they're doing.
Wants to be a cop because they want that respect. They want to wear that badge. They want to wear that vest. You know, they're fucking cool because they wear a cop. They got a cop car. Yeah, no cop that like, you know, behaves like their job is their fucking job does shit like this. And it's just like, we need to pick the right person for the job.
Yeah.
You just stop picking dumbass people. Go further in depth with your background check, your personality check. And it needs to be a harder training. And they need to be more training.
Yeah.
It's just the more training, the more, you know, you're more experienced. You won't do dumb shit. And that's really all it is, I think, comes down to it.
Yep.
It's just, like, yeah, it's fucking... I think the biggest thing with, like, everyone discrediting, like, Black Lives Matter and defund the police is, like, the sayings aren't saying enough. Mm-hmm. It, like, a lot of people are like, oh, all lives matter. They're not saying that. Like, it's Black Lives Matter 2. Mm-hmm. Like, they need to add the 2. Like, if they would have added the 2, everyone would have been like, oh, you know, duh. Like, and they would have just been like, oh, well, of course.
People just want.
But you wouldn't be saying all lives matter.
Yeah.
If the saying was Black Lives Matter too.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So like, I understand. It just needs to be implied. But people are like, well, it's not implied.
Yeah.
Quit being a fucking retard. Yeah. you know what they're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what they're trying to say, and you're deliberately ignoring it.
It's not black supremacy, it's black equality.
Yeah,
which is the message, I think. And yeah, I think that's what I have to say on it. Black lives do matter.
Yeah.
If you think all lives matter, you're a fucking idiot.
Just quit going around saying all lives matter. Obviously they do.
Like, we get it, buddy.
There's no fucking... Yeah. No one in the world is saying all lives don't matter.
Yeah. Black lives are valid. You know, the police brutality is very real.
Very. And it's always been real.
And
it's never going to stop.
Yeah.
Completely.
Though
but
it does need to,
it could be better.
It can be way better. And it
should be.
And it shouldn't be as prominent as it is today, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah.
And if you think it's not real,
we're too advanced.
You need to look into yourself, because it's a very real thing. It's a very real issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put yourself in those situations.
And now we're at the end bit that we do in every one of our podcast.
Yeah, the ranking.
And man, of all the episodes, this is like the heaviest one. I feel like.
What do you mean?
Like, in terms of just the subject matter, I feel like
some serious shit. Yeah, it is.
The subject matter has been pretty serious. Hopefully, like the next one, like is way next podcast we'll pick way lighter
shit
because like
talk about and everything, because we always kind of have like a certain plan, but we never stick to it.
Yeah.
This one we kind of mostly stuck to.
This is like the catch up episode, like.
Yeah.
Of what you missed and what we missed, because there's a lot of topics like we missed.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of catching up on it.
Actually, before we get into what we're gonna be ranking, and what we're gonna be ranking today is like the top 2020 moments. There's no real filter on it. It's just like, what do we? Okay, yeah, we do need to decide a filter, but first, help us decide what to rank next.
Yes.
I was thinking water. Like, personally, like Dasani, Aquafina, Deer Park.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Anything that we can realistically rank.
Yeah, so we already did sauces. Don't fucking say sauces.
It could be brands of fucking butter. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I haven't tried a lot, so we have to do like a butter tasting.
Just pick.
That's fucking weird.
Suggest anything that we can rank, and we'll probably do it. Just to look into it.
Sports clothing. We can do... like bandana colors.
Anything,
Nah, we can't do that.
I've seen that because I'm wearing a bandana around my neck. Bro.
Yeah, I just seen a bandana and I was like, well, red bandana is the most popular. But
yeah,
we can't be saying shit like that. Yeah, no, that's not good.
But like, yeah, we will literally rank anything. Like,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's fucking stupid as like the different fucking planets. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. We could rank the planets. Make sure you include like a filter, like on what level. Like if we do the planets... Like, we would do maybe survivability or just what's the coolest.
Yeah.
So, like
based on how cool. Like, our first episode was drugs.
It was drugs. That's what it was.
Yeah, we're ranking drugs based off how cool
it looks.
How cool
cool it is to do. Like, not the harmful effects or anything, but just, like, the overall, like, the vibe.
Yeah. So, I think today's ranked is the most, the biggest events of the year.
Yeah, just in the scale.
In scale, yeah. And I think in scale, like there's a lot of shit that's happened this year.
Yeah, there is. We went from World War III to...
So I'm gonna just read them off real quick.
Murder hornets and shit.
So...
oh my god, hold on.
What?
Have you seen... I seen one video that, like, clowns were coming back.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Wait, like, oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like...
I seen one video...
That was like in 2017, right?
16.
Like 16 with the clown shit?
Yeah.
Like people just finding clowns?
Yeah. And there was like people dressed up as clowns.
When did you see that shit?
I seen it like a week ago, or no, it was maybe a few days ago.
It's a thing again.
I think.
Like
I don't know. I might have seen the first little bit. Yeah.
So people are just seeing fucking clowns again.
I guess. I don't know. It hasn't made it big yet, so we'll definitely address that next episode if it gets big. But yeah, I hope the clowns come back in a way because
it was such a phenomenon.
it was crazy.
It was like, oh my god, I saw a clown
and no one was like, hey, I'm dressing up as a clown. No one
was saying like they're gonna actively go out and be a fucking clown.
No one did. It was just weird to find clowns.
Yeah.
Like I want to know who did it, where did it start. Maybe it was the dark web.
Maybe
that'd be
creepypasta type shit.
Creepypasta. Yeah. That's kind of weird.
All right, so we're ranking the most like iconic events of 2020.
Iconic, I can see like the biggest.
Iconic, no, because like there's people dying on here. That's not iconic.
That isn't iconic. Maybe not the right word. I was gonna say not severity.
Just like the biggest like events, like the biggest like shocking events.
Yeah, shocking. Okay,
shocking.
Okay. Yeah, no matter what we have, the virus has to take place.
Yeah, virus.
That is number one.
Yeah, virus.
That is something.
So I'm gonna read off the topics we had.
Yeah.
So we had World War III. If you remember at the beginning of the year, around January.
First 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah,
3 weeks. Yeah.
Poppy Trump sent a fucking missile to the Middle East and
Saudis. The Saudis
killed a leader there, and that almost incited World War III.
Yeah, they shot one of our airlines down.
Yeah.
And everything. It was pretty big.
Then the second topic is the virus. Obviously, COVID.
Yeah, huge. COVID-19.
Biggest thing this year. Then we had celebrity deaths.
2 celebrity deaths.
Celebrity deaths.
2 of the biggest.
2 of the biggest, at least.
Like today, we just had one of the ladies. Rudith,
I believe.
A Supreme Court justice.
Supreme Court justice.
That's huge.
Passed away today. That's huge. Very huge.
It's huge political. We can talk about that more if you like on the next episode. We're not going to do that this episode. It's still new.
We don't have that much information on it, but we did write down the celebrity deaths for this year was Kobe and
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Those were the biggest.
Those were the big ones. Yeah.
It was kind of hard.
It was hard for everyone.
It was.
And like, it's even more starting because it's like this was the big Black Lives Matter thing this year, and then 2 really prominent very
historically strong. Like Chadwick Boseman was kind of a nobody until he just came out as Black Panther.
Yeah, and then
he's just doing all these roles. He's like Jackie Robinson. He's just doing all these roles, and he's doing very strong black characters.
And like almost felt like nobody knew like
who the fuck he was.
And nobody knew who he was before that. But then after that, everybody knew him, and then like nobody knew what was going on. Like till he passed away. I did not know he had cancer till he passed away.
I don't know how a lot of people didn't know.
I knew when I remember. It was like I want to say a year or 2 ago, where there's those photos that came out of him where he looked really
really skinny
and very skinny.
Everyone thought he was doing,
and everybody was clowning him and stuff.
See, I thought he was doing it for a role. I was like, damn, he looks sickly.
I was saying like, man, he looks. I said he looks sick. He's probably sick. People are like, oh, he's doing the crack. Like, man, you gotta get off the crack pipe and like. Yeah. I felt bad for him because I knew at that time I was like, nah, that dude's just sick. Like
even the other celebrities were kind of roasting him.
Yeah,
I remember.
And
it was kind of bad.
Little did we know, this man's literally. Fucking has cancer.
On the edge of death.
Literally on the edge of death.
Filming 2 movies at one time. Like he's doing good shit.
Yeah. But next topic was the protests and riots.
Yeah.
But I'll just leave it as protests.
Yeah.
Because there's been protests in fucking Hong Kong.
Everywhere. Hong Kong's been protesting since like November or
of October.
Year. They've been waving American flags.
Yeah, they're still going.
Yeah, they want to be free.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
And then obviously the U.S. with the George Floyd, and
Yeah.
even after George Floyd, there's still been more
the
cop-related
protests
issues.
and everything.
And then they've even had it in Britain. You're like, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the one time they've actually been concerned with the U.S. So
I know.
it's been good.
And then another thing that happened this year is the fucking murder hornets. I remember that shit.
It was a good thing for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, there's fucking an invasive species of
They're
murder
actually
hornets.
like in North Carolina and
Are they?
Virginia. Yeah. That's like the two places.
Are they serious? What do they do? Do they actually kill?
They kill bees.
Oh, so they don't kill people.
I didn't say that. They're originally from China. I remember reading on it. And I think they kill like 20 people a year.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. There's fucking a billion people
But
in
they're
China.
an invasive species, which is really bad.
Yeah, invasive is not good. Bees need to be kept alive.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, so. But I mean, I think everything's been taken under
since then?
precautions.
Yeah, because I've heard it died down. Like, they actually got control of it.
Yeah, which is good. Save the bees.
Then this year, big event, elections and the campaigns.
Yeah, obviously it's election year. You got the Biden versus Trump.
Yeah, because this year was when, Sanders and all that. Sanders fell out.
Yeah, Sanders did fall out. Rip my man's Bernie. Feel the burn.
This is when they had a lot of the big Democratic election things. Did I say UFOs?
No, you didn't say UFOs.
I do remember it was, I want to say, what branch of the military was it? Was it CIA or was it the...
The CIA is not a branch.
Or was it the Pentagon? Not the branch, but I mean, a branch of the U.S. government.
I think it was the Pentagon.
It was the Pentagon released, like...
Some pictures, actually.
No, it's videos. Like,
no
full
shit.
Yeah. No, have you not seen them?
I seen a picture. I seen something on Reddit about...
I'll show you later.
Okay.
It's legit videos that the Pentagon released, and you could hear the... Like, it has actual audio of the pilots. And they're like, oh shit, what was that? Like, no, you need to watch the videos. It's actually like kind
of... I got goosebumps.
Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. Yeah. Like, it's official declassified information that they declassified. And it's literally like, because you hear the pilots talking to each other. Because I guess they're talking from plane to plane.
Are they like different? Oh.
It's different.
Oh.
It's different pilots talking to each other.
Yeah.
And you could see the image of like what they're looking at, basically. It's the camera they're looking at. And then like you see something and they're like, whoa, did you see that? And the other pilot's like, I don't know, man. What was that?
Yeah.
So like.
That shit's crazy.
So like, aliens exist, but.
Yeah. But we already knew that.
And then another thing we had this year was wildfires and just like natural disasters in fucking general.
Shit. Yeah, because there was a big thing with Yellowstone probably erupting.
Mother Earth fucking hating us, basically.
Yeah. Hold on. Before we get into that, you went to elections. You skipped over it pretty quickly. I'm sure you did for a reason. We are not going to be discussing our views. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry.
About
like Trump versus Biden. We're not going to be advocating. No, that's not going to happen. That's not. It's not that's not something you're supposed to be talking about all the time.
Yeah. We might touch on it later, after someone is elected.
Yeah, I might tell you who I was pulling for and why, or But I mean, it's not a great topic right now. It's not.
I don't want to. I hate when people are like that's a touchy subject. It's not as a touchy subject.
It's not a touchy subject.
I feel like it's an unnecessary conversation that we all kind of fucking hate.
Yeah, there's too much politics going on. Yeah. So obviously we'll talk about what's going on with the president, how he's doing, blah blah blah. But I mean, other than that, I'm not going to tell you why you should vote for Biden or why you should vote for Trump. Fuck that. Make your own goddamn decision.
You're smart enough to fucking do it.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you probably have a little brain cells, so I can trust in you to make your own informed decision.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then the last topic was fucking
the wildfires.
The wildfires.
Mother Nature.
And the beginning of this year,
there was wildfires, I thought. At the beginning of this year.
No, that's what I was saying. Beginning of this year, there was wildfires in Australia. Basically, half of Australia is basically
Australia. Yeah, that's
and
what
then
they were like it's the Black Ops map. Yeah.
All throughout this year, there's been fires in California. Now, half of the West Coast is on fire now.
Yeah, all because of the gender reveal.
Yeah.
Fuck gender reveal parties. There's no need. Now I get it. You
cut
want to do a little,
go cut a little cake.
Pop a balloon.
Pop a little, pop a balloon. It's blue paint. Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Don't fucking make up. I still can't comprehend it.
What was it? I don't even know what started it.
They made, I'm not even joking, they made a pipe bomb. And they went out to the dry woods of California. What's the worst thing that you can burn? Dry material. So they went out to the driest California woods and, basically threw a fucking pipe bomb. It's like, is it going to explode pink or blue? And then that's literally what caused the fires. Was a gender reveal party.
What was the gender?
I think it was a fucking boy. I don't know. If it had to be a boy, fuck men.
Yeah, true.
It's probably a man. I'm pretty sure
the kill all men movement is going on.
Pretty sure it's a man.
What if he grows up to be like a new Hitler kind of shit?
Who?
The guy whose gender was revealed? The baby? What if he,
becomes like the next hated fucking historical figure?
Yeah. He literally is getting started off as
tough.
one of the most hated individuals.
He
gets to tell people that when he grows up.
He's like, yeah, I was the baby that caused that.
Damn, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. You have shitty parents from the get-go.
Shitty parents and just people are like, oh, so it was you.
But yeah.
You were the baby.
So, I think we can safely rank...
The virus is number
one. The virus is number one.
That was the biggest fucking...
Undoubtedly, the virus is the biggest...
No one expected it to be this big.
No one expected
I know we didn't. I played it off in the beginning on our second episode.
We
I was like, it'll be done by July.
We played it off, and we played it very playfully. Yeah. We were very playful about it, but then
it's turned into a very serious thing.
Yeah. And it's literally affected the entire world. It has. There's no doubt about it. So I'd say it's the biggest thing this year.
The biggest thing. To me, second biggest has got to be the protest.
Protests.
They've been going on for months. Nothing this hasn't happened before.
Yeah, nothing like this
America's never been in this state.
Of this civil nature, it's never been this big.
Yeah, unless you count the Civil War and shit like that, obviously.
Or
but in our day and age,
civil rights movement and all that shit.
Yeah,
in our day and age, this is the biggest in the past 20 years. 18 years of my life, this is probably the biggest thing.
I was gonna say, the biggest.
Besides fucking 9/11, this is probably the biggest thing that's happened.
Yeah. When were you born?
2001.
No, what month?
July 3rd.
I was gonna say you were alive.
So I was
you were alive when... I was like, were you even alive? You were fucking poser. Yeah, I was born June 30th.
Oh yeah, you're born a month before me. Well, you're 19.
I was 3 days before you in.
Oh my god, you were. Oh, we're actually really close.
Yeah.
So you're slightly older than me.
Yeah, you're 5 days.
You're born 2001, right?
Yeah. Okay, you're 5 days older than Carolyn.
Carolyn's born June 20... July. I'm 5 days.
I don't want to say and be wrong, man. July 8th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's July 8th.
We'll go with July 8th.
Yeah, hopefully, when she watches this one,
not apostrophe,
she doesn't make it this long in the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, number 3, what would you say? Normally go from down, but I think it's easier to go from...
The top, yeah.
Most memorable to, forgettable. So number 1 is virus, obviously. Number 2 is the protests. Number 3, honestly, I
would say it's Kobe.
I would say Kobe, but I remember when I heard Kobe dying, bro.
That was tough.
It was
I was never a big basketball fan, but, you look on inspirational quotes, Kobe's always up there.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me because,
he's such a huge player.
And it's crazy how he died. He died in a helicopter crash. Which I think is so, you think, man, they're celebrities. Celebrities have, they had the best pilots. They had the best...
Not even that. Why,
him and his
daughter. You just never really realize how many fucking helicopters crash all
the time. And it's and to me it's
you just never hear about helicopters crashing.
It's kind of crazy to me because it's kind of like a reality life check. Man, doesn't matter how fucking rich you are, doesn't matter how iconic you are, how great of a person you are, happens. You could literally just die any moment.
It's crazy.
You can never be too safe, I guess.
Yeah, you could just drop dead right now and have a heart attack.
He probably pays hundreds of fucking thousands of dollars for the best service of anything, and
Yeah.
That goes tragically. It's tragic to see that shit happen, and with Chadwick Boseman too.
You just can't take life for granted.
Yeah.
Cannot.
And
shit will get
those
taken.
two really hit hard this year, especially
Yeah, Boseman was such a strong.
Imagine if Kobe was alive for this Black Lives Matter movement and all that.
Yeah, he did die before this. Yeah. Didn't he? He died in May.
And It's hard to think. Like, just
I remember getting off work
Mm-hmm.
and then like going to sleep, obviously, because I worked like 1 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and then I would go home, take a nap, wake up. And I woke up from the nap and I seen his Rip Kobe, Rip Kobe, Rip Kobe. And I was like, no fucking way. I've never been affected by a celebrity death. I've never given two thoughts. Like Etika, you know, I was like, whatever, you know, some random streamer. But like Kobe, I was like, damn.
I remember I was on Twitter and I was making dinner or something. And I like the second I refreshed my page, I just started people like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Like, there's no way. And I was like, what? Like,
what happened? Yeah.
And then I started seeing Kobe's name. Then immediately, I'm not even joking. Like, from the second I saw those tweets, I went to what's trending on Twitter because you know it recommends like trending for a year or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it was literally all Kobe. I was like,
no shit.
And I'm like, man, he actually like it was like, and it's hard to like grasp that these people die because you see them all the time and you hear them all the time.
All the time.
And then like they're gone, like you know they're gone, like because they're dead. But it's like you can't necessarily feel it because like you never met them or anything. But it definitely so it's hard to settle in. Like, man, these people are really like gone. Like I still feel like it doesn't even feel like to me like Chadwick passed, but like he literally passed. Like,
have you ever had a family member die?
Not a prominent family member.
Yeah. See, it's been different for me. Sophomore year, I had one of my uncles die, and then I had my godfather die. I haven't seen him since I was like 3, but it hit my mom hard. And then his dad died a month later, and then my uncle Mark died in February of my sophomore year. No, I didn't cry or anything. Just not that way. But it was big, and I was like, damn. Like I just, I remember him like all the time, just doing shit at family reunions. He was just fucking funny. Yeah. And now he's just not there. Yeah. And that's all it is. It's such a weird concept for death. It's just gone. They're just gone. That's it. You have memories, that's it.
It's hard to grasp, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not like they're gone. It's just...
It's like, how do you deal with...
It's not like they're quote-unquote dead. It's just like, oh, they're living somewhere else right now.
Yeah. How do you deal with, like... It's hard to... I always said it's easier to deal with something that's there than, like, someone dying. You're dealing with the loss of a presence of something.
Yeah, which is it's very...
And it's hard. It's like, it's not tangible, so it's, like, hard to, like, even process it.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people, it affects people differently. Like, my little brother, he cried, like, a lot. And my mom cried. And I mean, it's just me. I'm just like, it's just, in my mind, I'm just like, I've always accepted, like, the death is like, it happens and everything. Yeah. And I mean, my time is whenever it is. Yeah. It's no matter whether you believe in a God or not, blah, blah, blah. I just believe everyone has a time. And there's nothing you can do to escape it. Yeah. I've always said death is like, that's a natural thing. It's coming for you.
Yeah. That's a natural thing, and like, everyone's gonna fucking die.
Yeah. It's just so weird, like, when it's in person, and like, I've talked to this person multiple times. I looked forward to talking to them at reunions, and then now I can't. Yeah. It's just like, oh, that's it. Like, you're just like, damn, okay, I guess I have to do something else.
Yeah, and especially like, Kobe and what's it called? And Chadwick. It shook everyone.
Because you always seen all the videos of Kobe showing his daughter how to play basketball,
Yeah, like it's always awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it's always cool. He was always a great dad and everything. He's always strong, prominent figure. Everyone's role model.
Kobe. Everybody loved Kobe.
My little brother's favorite movie is Black Panther.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, there's not going to be another one.
Yeah. Well, I think they will.
They are there.
But they're just like...
They're going to go ahead...
It's kind of tricky now.
Casting, and I think they're going to go ahead and hand it to Shuri.
To who?
Shuri.
Who?
His sister in the movie.
I can't remember the actress's name. She's going to be the main...
I think so.
The new Black Panther?
Yeah. Oh. Unless they... Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Marvel's very good. But... Like, just his death, it hit a lot of people hard. Because Kobe's very much a real-life inspiration. He played basketball.
Yeah, real-life inspiration of just hard work. To me, Chadwick, it represented something
in a movie, it's different.
Because
I see his character, you're like, wow, that's him. I want to be him. I want to be the Black Panther. I want to be that king, that royal, that noble.
And especially for, like, I always said for, like, little black kids growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I still do distinctly remember, like, growing up, I never saw, like, a superhero or anything
Superman's white.
That looked like me or even resembled me.
Yeah, you won't. And like, Moana is so big because she's not white.
Yeah, and what I think what a lot of people don't realize is Chadwick represented so much because for what we missed in the popular media being a leading black superhero, we finally had.
Yeah, in Marvel.
Yeah,
like the Marvel universe. That's crazy.
He's literally like the image of that now. For now on, I feel like that leads. I feel like after that we had the Black Spider-Man movie with the young teenager
Miles. Yeah.
Miles Morales. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like and I feel like I don't know, maybe that movie was already planned either way. But I feel like that still just paves the way for, more...
Yeah, it's just more diversity. And it's always good to see. It gets tiring. You just see white people everywhere
and I love,
all these superheroes.
because it didn't feel forced, the movie. Like, it wasn't like a forced, like, an agenda.
He's black, accept it.
They're like, check, that's a check, diversity check.
Exactly.
It felt so natural and I loved it. And I felt like that was very important to have...
For all these little
in
kids.
Popular media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids need that figure. Like, there's just so many people just don't have that figure. And he gave them what they were lacking. It was very big.
Yeah. So,
moving on.
Number 3 is the deaths of celebrities, yeah.
Yeah, Kobe and...
So number 1, what would we put 4?
4? Probably gotta be the wildfires. And just the climate.
So, you say that, but for 4, for me, is legitimately the World War III shit.
I was thinking it was...
I'm not even lying. That was, like, legitimately, like...
Was it scary?
It was, like, I wasn't scared because I'm like, I'm not going to fucking military, like...
But, I mean, you don't have a choice.
I think I'm a fake an injury.
I mean, you can be a conscientious objector.
I will break my ankle.
And, yeah.
I will snap something.
And a lot of people would. A lot of people go to jail.
But I was saying, like...
I think the riots would have happened earlier.
Yeah. I was saying when that happened, like...
It was like, damn.
That legitimately could have escalated to something like...
Big. It could have escalated to a new war.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A new world war.
Like, that was legit a very serious thing. I do remember, like, everybody was kind of on edge.
Everyone.
And every day was getting reported, like, every little thing that happened.
Everything.
Because, like, shit like that, like, killing a prominent leader in another country is it's alarming.
It is.
It's the same as if they just...
Now, I'm not going to say he was a good person.
Yeah.
He was...
Definitely wasn't.
No.
But it was definitely...
It was risky.
It was a really questionable move.
It was.
By Donald Trump.
It was. And it paid off. But, it's just... And I mean, I think it's because Obama did that shit way more. But it wasn't publicized.
Yeah. Well, I think it was...
I think it's a big thing
when
because
Obama
it's election
did it,
year.
I think when Obama did it, it was... First of all, Obama doing it wasn't...
I'm not going to lie, Obama had a lot more civilians.
Huh?
A lot more civilians.
Yeah.
Like, it was
that was just drone... That was the drone stuff.
Drones, yeah. Drones are kind of finicky, but it is very important.
I mean, drone and civilian rates, killings, still the same.
The bombs are too fucking big.
Yeah. It's like...
you need to kill this guy, he's in this building.
Yeah, like the thing is
blow the fucking city up? No.
Yeah, the difference with Obama and what's it called, like, everybody hails Obama, like, oh, he killed his, was it Hussein Hadim, who was his fucking name?
I mean, Osama bin Laden?
He killed Osama bin Laden. What am I saying? Who am I fucking
yeah, he did.
I mean, people look to credit it from, I mean, like, yeah, technically he did run the operation that did, ultimately
Bush
kill
did.
him. What?
Bush started it. Pigment. It was just Obama happened to be in office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It did very well for Obama.
It's credit. It technically, say what you want, it's technically credited to him.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is the way, politically, like, the international, like, politics of things are way higher tensions now than they were then. So it's like...
Ever since Trump's been president, everything that he does is like, oh shit,
it's not even
Trump
him.
did this.
I'm not even saying him. I'm just saying, like, the relationships now, like, currently the past 4 years we've had with, like, the
everything's
Middle East.
kind of escalated, yeah.
Anything we do now is like...
Is it an attack to them? Like, in some way?
Yeah, it's a big thing now. And I think
it started with The Interview, the movie.
Like, North Korea and all that. That's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that, like...
He faked his fucking death this year.
Yeah.
We forgot about that.
Well, he didn't fake his death.
He did.
No. People say... They reported that he died. People were reporting that he died or that he's on his deathbed because he wasn't seen for
Well, he did fake his death though. That was the big thing though. It was confirmed that he faked his death to see if he had traitors.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yeah. It was a big plan. He was like, there's traitors in my thing. I'm gonna fake my death.
Oh.
Whoever's loyal.
Well, I don't know. But I do remember
that's the main thing I've seen. I'm not gonna say I'm the know all see all.
I don't cheer human death, but I was saying
yeah.
It was for the better that he's gone. All I'm gonna say for the first country.
But at the same time,
the
person that was his successor, way worse.
Oh my god, his sister.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
she's a devil.
She's like a cold stone, bitch.
Yeah. She's hard.
She's actually scary.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she's like the woman.
She's
scary.
a woman.
Yeah.
Women mean business, man.
Scary. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different type of scary when it's a woman. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially an Asian woman. Cause she feels so strong and formatted.
It is so weird. Yeah. And that's kind of weird on us to talk about how people are racist and then say that shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not
No, I'm not saying in a racial term. I'm just saying she's just
Asian women do have that about them though.
She's just a strong you could tell she's a strong Asian woman.
Yeah.
Who would rule that country with an iron fucking fist.
Yeah. I've noticed though that Asian women, when they're about something, they are fucking about it. Yeah. They've got that power that almost no other race of women does.
Mm.
You see an Asian woman about her fucking business, nothing's standing in her way. I'm so serious. I'm just all right, my bad,
Yeah.
let me get out of your way. How can I help you? Legitimately, I don't even know what you're standing for. You make me want to help. But yeah, she's for that country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I was saying that's legit because that could have literally just caused the next World War.
Yeah.
And we already my concern was man, if we are in another World War, this isn't we're raiding the beach, running down the Normandy beaches. We're just sending fucking nukes to each other. That's what I was concerned about. We say that, but the Middle East is I always say it's the countries that don't have anything to lose for it that will do the shit. That will.
We have so much anti-nuke shit.
We do. But I always say it's always the countries that don't have anything to lose for that will do crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You think North Korea's not feeding their people? They're fucking making new bombs to try to bomb us.
Yeah. Yeah, they just want to be recognized.
That's what I'm saying.
As a human.
They know that's their. That they had to put all their money into that because they know that's their only thing they can
Yeah, that's their only.
So
that's why they're scary.
So would you get that being 4?
Yeah, I'll agree with it being 4 because it had the potential to be
it had potential to be.
It could be worse. We wouldn't be here
if coronavirus hit and there was literally a world war. It would not matter that we had a fucking virus because there's literally a world war.
We would not be having this podcast if I'd be gone. I would either be gone. I would enlist.
I wouldn't.
I would. I'm very big on that though.
I would.
That's just me,
You're very big on what?
Just helping.
Oh.
Me, I'm a very selfless person.
I'll be on the.
Yeah, man. Somebody say air support.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know if I were put in the military, I would just suck in it. I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I
think you'd do fine in certain jobs.
I would. I'm just saying if I were in the front lines, I'm sorry.
You wouldn't get put in the front lines. They wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
I'd let people die.
I know. That's the thing. And that's what people would do. And I don't. That's what I'm saying. Selective service, yes.
I'm not selfless in that sense. I'm just not.
Yeah, and some people aren't.
I'm very
honest. I get that. It's not against you. I can't expect everyone to be throw your life on the line for some hood rat who's fucking just doing God knows what in their country. Why? Legitimately, it's not.
I shouldn't feel entitled to.
Why would you fight for them?
I shouldn't feel.
Why the fuck would you fight for this country? Who's not doing shit for the protest, not doing shit for their citizens.
Yeah.
There's people. Why are you fighting for that guy at that's hanging off the fucking side of the street? Begging for money, robbing people.
Yeah.
Well, why would you defend a country? Who's
I shouldn't feel like that.
And I get that. It's fine.
I'm entitled to represent my country. I love. I still genuinely like America. I love America.
You can't not.
You can't not. But I feel we're in a state where it's very hard. It's very hard to see it for what it is, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I feel like we're doing a pretty good job looking at it from that. Me and you, like we're doing a good job looking from the outside in. We're not like. I mean, we're obviously giving us our personal takes.
Yeah.
But we're looking at it from the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture. I get you. I get you. Yeah.
Like, I'm not throwing down all my beliefs and be like, oh, yeah, this is the way. You know? You can't do that. That's not how you look at things.
Yeah.
We pretty much look at things objectively.
Yeah.
You know, and then put our little tidbits in. But, you know, like, I just can't, like, I am the type of person I would lay my life down for anyway. I just would. That's just who I am. I'm very selfless in that sense. Like, something's happened, I'm gonna go fucking help. It doesn't matter what happens. That's just me. But, you know, while I'm doing it, I'm thinking, like, damn, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like, you know. And then other people, they're just like, you know, why would I start? Whereas that, to me, it's just, I know it's the right thing to do to help. The right thing.
And, like, for me, it's like, I'm not even necessarily, like, selfish in the sense of, like, oh, I wouldn't kill myself.
It's not selfish.
Yeah, I think it's, like, I think it's just human. Like, everybody wants to, like, survive. And I've always said, I know if I were in the military, if I were forced to be drafted or anything, I would say, like, I'm legitimately more useful.
Alive.
And less of I'm less of a danger, like, being put in, like, a troop of people and them relying on me to do what I have to, like, in the front lines.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, everyone
like,
holds
I would
down
be
this certain angle.
I'd be like a fucking, what's it called?
The weak link.
Yeah, not even the weak link. I wouldn't want to be.
I mean,
like,
if your heart's not in
accountable for
it,
that
you
situation.
are going to be the weak.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, you're going to be that one
And
that
I know-
folds before everyone else.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to be accountable for that because I know
I
I'm
get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm putting that 4.
4.
So 5.
I can agree with 4 for the World War III. 5, I got to do the wildfires. If it wasn't 4, it had to be 5.
Yeah.
It's so huge. California's on fucking fire. States are on fire. The sky
Half
is
of
red.
Australia basically got fucking burned.
And it happens in Australia a lot.
Yeah.
But it was very bad this time. And I mean, so the big thing is climate change.
Yeah. I still don't know how people don't believe in climate change.
Yeah, you got to be an idiot to not to believe in climate change. Climate change is very real. Whether humans are accelerating it at the rate at which we say we are, I'm on the fence. I really am. Like, I'm a big advocate for climate change.
I'd say
we need to start going greener. However, like, I understand there's a lot of humans on this earth, but predictably, for the last, you know, like the years that we could have recorded and we can measure, we are in the stage before an ice age where everything heats up.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
We are in that era of time where shit is supposed to start getting hot, and people are blaming it on humans.
And I've said,
and I can see why.
Yeah, and I've been more of the pack of, while global warming is a thing, you know, people, you can argue I don't give a shit about the temperature of well, I mean, obviously I do, like, about the temperature of the fucking atmosphere and all that shit.
Yeah.
What I care about is, like, the actual, like, the state of the earth, like, as far as pollution, as far as...
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say, like...
We could go greener.
Burning gasoline and all that.
It's not good.
Even though, it might affect the atmosphere, like, in the end of the day, like, in bigger picture. My thing is, like, in general, when there's so much gasoline being burned, like, just the air quality is bad. Like, in the area, which is what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about
people
trash
wear a
being
mask
everywhere.
regardless in fucking China because it's so goddamn bad.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of, like... Yeah, I'm thinking of shit. That's what I'm thinking of, like...
New York City, the air is different.
What visibly, like, not visibly, but, like, the actual notable changes that will affect our actual life as humans.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, obviously if, you know, something happens and we fucking rip the hole in the ozone layer that's already there, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's one of those things we also... Oh, well. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do? Stop it?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah. And I feel like a lot of it is man-made. Like, it's undeniable. We burnt... Because I have seen, like... You can see, like, the carbon changes and all that.
Yeah.
Like, because they do, like, dating of, like, every year.
Carbon, yeah.
And, like, there's a significant jump since, like, the Industrial Revolution. Like, there's a significant
there's
jump.
no doubt.
And there's no doubt where that's contributed to... Because that shit's going somewhere. It's going to the fucking atmosphere.
You can't, like, ignore climate change. You have to admit...
Is it moving at the rate that I think people are saying, like, man, 2 years, literally Armageddon's happening? No. maybe 15, 20 years from now, yeah, I think it's gonna hit a point where it's gonna be notably bad. I do think though it's a thing where wildfires and all that, it's like it feels like we can prevent it over time, but people need to take it more seriously and more genuinely, like in terms of like, yeah, this is like a long-term thing we actually do need to look into.
I think we could always go greener.
Yeah.
I think we can.
I think save the turtles bullshit. Buying fucking metal straws. That's not saving the world.
Drink from the fucking cup. Why are you buying a straw? But anyways, I think we could always go greener. I think it's always good to go greener.
Yeah.
I don't think there is much we can do to slow. When we settled in America, there was not as many trees. We fucking planted these trees. Like, dead ass, there was like most of America looked like the Midwest. That is like a fact. I was like, everyone's like, oh, plant trees, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't help. I'm sure, a tree equates to a fucking car. But as long as there's more people, you can't plant that many trees.
Yeah.
Like to deny that we have made an imprint on the earth, you're retarded. Like, we're too big of a species. We have a global footprint. It's big. But it is also that time to where the earth is going to get hot.
Yeah.
Now, through past years and like through what they were saying, history repeats itself as far as like there's the Hadley cells, which are basically these like 6 cells around the earth that wind cycles through and everything. Like, and it's just that time where it gets hot. Now, every single time that we've, can guesstimate and, record, it takes like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
For the earth to get hot enough for there to be an ice age. And I've seen like 2 studies. They were kind of just, little ones or just not very very publicized. But the hole in the ozone layer, I believe it's above the Antarctica. It's supposed to get hot. The ozone layer, it's going to open up. It's going to fucking melt the ice caps. There won't be Antarctica. There won't be much. Once all that water comes, there's going to be a lot of floods, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have to move inward of America.
Water rising and all that shit.
Yeah. Now, once the water's there, the earth is going to cool pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
Over maybe 200 years, I think it said. But it'll be like an ice age for like 200 years straight. And then we'll repeat the process.
Yeah. Then we'll become dinosaurs.
We're just in the process right now.
We're in the process of becoming fossil fuels.
It's like we're in the process right now of heating up the earth.
Yeah.
Whether we can accelerate that as much as we're saying, no.
It's crazy to think of. Do you think in the future we'll be the fossil fuel?
Yeah. We plant ourselves. Yeah. We literally plant ourselves. Our dead 6 feet underground.
Yeah.
Anyone that gets cremated, you're not going to be a fossil fuel. So. You can go fuck yourself. I was like, I'll be around 300 million years from now.
What are you fucking doing?
Being used as oil.
But yeah, the fires and all that shit, like, if you're doing like a gender reveal party, bro.
Dude, pop a bottle, a balloon.
Pop a bottle, cut a cake. Like, there's so much shit you can do.
The one I seen out of the car where it did like the blue exhaust.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
There's different things you can do. Don't fucking make a pipe bomb.
Don't
cause fires.
Yeah.
Listen to Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent fires.
I swear, yeah.
.com.
So what is number 6? We've got UFOs, Hornets, and election.
This is, I'm sorry. This should probably be like technically higher, but like I don't.
It should be higher.
Should be, but I'm kind of like
everyone knew this was coming.
Yeah, this election is it's not a shocker, but to me this election's like, man, fuck.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
I
feel like we're fucked
over it
regardless. This feels like
I would like to
when Hillary and Trump are running.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, we just gotta pick the worst of 2 evils. This year is
you had no idea what the worst of 2 evils was.
This year's like, man, fuck, this year sucks, and now I gotta pick
the worst of 2 evils again. But
someone Alzheimer's or someone's an idiot. So I don't know.
It's crazy because Trump has an IQ of like 160. Deadass.
IQ. I've seen someone say like IQ is literally like those bullshit things like.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of bullshit.
They're so fucking dumb. It's like, oh, you could.
You can have high IQ, but not common sense.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that's kind of what's going on.
But
like I'm sure Trump fucking aced his tests in schools, but
or paid someone to do it,
but with his small loan.
Yeah, this election cycle is it's an interesting one, and I think
it's gonna be an interesting next 4 years.
The past, and I keep saying this, the past like 20 years I'd say Obama's election is probably the most important one. The most huge. The most like talked about.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think this year will be probably the biggest spoken about election in a while, just because of the state of the fucking world.
Yeah, because everyone's extreme. Far right, far left.
Who's gonna
There's
be your
no
next?
middle.
Yeah, who's gonna be the next leader after a pandemic? Because the market literally crashed. The stock market did crash this year.
Yeah. No, it didn't do it as bad as 2008.
Yeah.
And it's obviously not gonna have us in the Great Depression.
But what's gonna happen? We don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next 4 years. But my thing is like, on a day-to-day life, Trump doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Trump does not affect my day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
There's maybe one thing out of the year that I'm like, damn, really?
Yeah. I've lived relatively.
Or like, oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lived relatively like unaffected by like any major political changes, but like it's definitely still important. Like it's ignorant to say.
You need to vote. Go vote.
But I'm just curious.
Your voice counts.
Yeah, please vote. Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's the thing is because I was literally telling Caroline I'm not gonna fucking vote because I don't give two shits. But go vote.
Please fucking vote.
Exercise your right.
Don't care if you're voting for. Like, kind of do care, but like, I don't care who you're voting for. I'm not gonna say it. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you to vote for.
Vote for who you believe in.
Vote. Vote. I hate people who say because while yes, you might feel like you don't have a voice, or you don't have any power. I still feel like you should still vote and. I think it's your civil duty to do. I feel like
it is.
Honestly,
it is.
You should go vote. Vote for who you feel like you should vote for. And goddamn,
if you do not vote, do not say a fucking word.
Don't say anything about who gets elected.
Yeah.
If you did not vote.
Yep.
You're just
you're the problem.
Yeah. You're literally part of the problem, and you could have fixed it if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, number 7. Now we have like kind of like these last are kind of like meme ones. I'd say UFOs and Hornets. Dude, I don't care. Like
UFOs, it's gotta be
like, that's an existential crisis. I feel like.
Yeah. Did you hear? I seen something on Reddit the other day, and I mean it wasn't even on Reddit. It was Safari. Mm-hmm. Scientists are taking a deeper look into Venus because they think they found life there.
Like life, like intelligent life, or just like
life,
like a bacteria.
It could be bacteria.
Because there's a bacteria. Like okay, that's cool. Like. There's that little light. That's
but like that's huge.
That is pretty huge.
It is. Yeah, it's kind of big. But they were thinking about launching an expedition. And I think that
Venus is kind of far. Is it?
Venus is dead.
Is Mars closer or Venus far?
Mars.
Mars is closer.
It's Mercury, Mars, Earth.
Venus. Oh God, we're so uneducated. I think it's Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth.
Bruh, Venus is way out. Venus isn't close.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, man. Venus is... I know Earth is third. Mercury's first. Because Mercury's hot as fuck.
Mercury, Mars... Earth? Venus?
Earth. It is Earth. I know that. Venus? I know the first 3.
Damn.
I want to think it's Saturn, bro.
Saturn is like... After... Oh my God. Okay, let's just stop talking about it.
I don't know where Uranus is, though.
But basically, like, the Pentagon or whatever, some U.S. government branch, released, like, official declassified videos.
Yeah.
Of what they literally said was just unidentified flying object. Like, they did not know. Or I forgot what they call them something else. They have a different term from it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if you look at the videos... People, smart people analyze, like, what's happening. Like, they'll explain, like, we don't know what the fuck that is. Like, it is kind of, like...
Scary.
It's kind of proof. I think it's scary. Because...
Bro, there's no way not being alone isn't scary.
Yeah. And it's, like, I'm just curious, like, what it's like if we did meet something like that.
And what it means.
Like...
Because they could not be peaceful.
Yeah. Are they smarter than us? That's my biggest fear... Existentially,
if they are, we're gonna be slaves.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we're all gonna be slaves.
If they're smarter than us, which I'm just saying, I'm just putting this for the record. if they're traveling Earth, they're already smarter than us. If they can get to Earth, because they're coming from a far place.
But
that means they have technology to somehow get here.
Yeah.
We don't even have technology to go to
that's the thing.
Mars.
My thing is like, oh, okay. So a lot of people are like, we're smarter than Africans.
Mm.
Africans don't have the tools to be as smart as us. That's the reason Africa got shit on.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources to make what the UK did.
Yeah.
Like
we're talking about colonial time. Africa.
Yeah, colonial time. That's the reason Africa fell behind.
Yeah,
they don't have the shit.
They were never given the opportunity or not even opportunity. They just weren't. They didn't have the materials for it.
Yeah, so they couldn't advance like England did.
Yeah.
Or anything. And
I mean, there's still a lot of parts of Africa are still pretty but
South America's fucking popping.
Yeah. But there's still there's still a lot of parts in Africa that are underdeveloped, and that's just
extremely underdeveloped. Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say it's sad. It's just like,
I mean, I feel bad.
That's just how time goes on, and those people they probably don't. Maybe they do feel sad, but I feel like those people they're not aware of it. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not aware, you're not like you can. I don't miss walking on the moon because I never fucking did it.
Yeah.
so it's not like they can miss, doing podcasts. It's not like they miss listening to all the music. Exactly. It's not like they miss,
Yeah, they're not exposed to it.
Yeah, so but I couldn't imagine living a life like that.
Yeah.
Not after what I have. And it'd be crazy.
But relating that to aliens, I feel I'm just saying observably.
Yeah, okay, so the smarter. That's where I was going.
Any aliens
if they have the technology though, if they just have the resources to do shit like that.
They're smarter than us. There's no doubt. Here's why I'm saying this. Because there's no way in the observable universe right now, from where we can see, we have not seen... We would definitely know if there's spaceships or shit from the observable solar system that we live in, right?
Yeah.
So that means if aliens did visit Earth, they would not be coming from our solar system. They'd be coming from probably galaxies away.
I mean, unless they have the technology to cloak themselves on these planets. You can't really...
Which at that point, they're just smarter than us.
Yeah, exactly.
Which still proves their point. If they're coming from galaxies away, they have technology.
To go light years.
We can barely go to Mars without being a fucking 4-year journey.
We can't go to Mars.
Humans
haven't been on Mars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We still can't go to Mars. It would have to be so much gas, and you have to rebuild the thing to launch yourself back.
So we barely go to the
That's what I'm saying.
moon.
So we can barely do that. If they're coming from galaxies away, they're definitely fucking smarter than us. There's no doubt.
Real life out there here, about to get fucked over in a war.
I'm just saying. So that's definitely a...
I just wonder what they look like.
What?
The aliens.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Because
they're definitely not gonna look like what the fuck.
Because deadass, if they're smarter than us, what if they're just a super peaceful, group of these...
I was gonna say,
small...
How funny would it be if it's
smaller, this gremlin-looking motherfuckers, but they just have spaceships, for them.
I was gonna say, I feel like if they're that advanced too, they're probably superior, biologically too. They're probably jacked. I don't even know jacked.
But they wouldn't need to be jacked.
I'm not even saying jacked. I'm just saying they're probably
they're the superior form. they're just built different.
They're just built different. No,
yeah.
I don't know.
They wouldn't be the same, for sure.
They wouldn't.
And if they were, this would be peak.
Yeah.
We would know that we are at the peak of
what we are.
of life.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But they would would they enslave us, or would they just be interested in our culture?
Maybe they would try to be peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's too deep to think about.
That is.
Alright, number 8, Hornets.
Hornets. Fuck the Hornets. They were there.
They were invasive for a while. I remember hearing about the fucking murder hornets.
Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, we're gonna die, murder hornets."
Now we have fucking murder hornets, and they're like, "Oh, we got them under control."
Yeah, which is low key crazy. Everyone was like, "Oh, there's murder hornets in the U.S."
Yeah.
I was like, "Where else are they?" I was like, "Where did these motherfuckers come from?"
Yeah.
China. The China virus.
But alright, so we had the official ranking now. We can do it.
Top shit in 2020. Remind us if we missed anything. We'll comment back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go from bottom up.
Bottom up.
So number 8, Hornets.
Those were shitty.
Shitty event of this year.
Yeah.
It's still kind of notable, but not really. 7, the UFOs. It's still definitely very interesting, I think.
It has potential. And it could be the biggest one so far.
I was going to say, technically, like, if we really think about it,
it's the
UFOs
biggest.
can, like, it's not 100% confirmed, which is why it's kind of low. But, like, if it were, like...
If it got confirmed, it would be the biggest thing this year.
It'd be the biggest thing, because...
It'd be the biggest thing in human history.
Exactly. Because it's, like, it's outside of our Earth. It's not...
Yeah, that's...
Because human history...
extraterrestrial.
Human history is enclosed to Earth. Like, if it's something out of Earth, then that's, like...
I mean, you know, we totally went to Mars.
Yeah, that's unexplored. Yeah, so that's definitely 7. It could... If it were more...
Yeah.
If there more shit to it, it could have definitely
If
been
it gets confirmed, it's going to the top.
Yeah.
Fuck this virus.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. I'm sorry. There's aliens.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy shit.
So 6 is the election.
Yeah.
Definitely serious.
Definitely serious. Pay attention. Vote.
Yeah.
Do your part.
5 is wildfires.
Very big.
The Earth, you know, environment shit.
Just try to go as green as possible.
Yeah.
Like, don't go out of your way if you don't feel like you have to.
Yeah.
You know, but just
Be conscious of it.
be conscious.
Number 4, we put World War 3.
Yeah.
Out of all of these, besides like the aliens, obviously.
It had the most potential.
Like, realistically, this had the most potential to actually be the most serious one.
Yeah.
Though it did fizzle out after like
About a month.
Yeah, after a month it fizzled out. But it definitely...
Which I'm glad.
And in the days that it was like, it happened, it was very serious. And people were saying like, yeah, this is World War III basically. Yeah. But yeah, that was serious. Number 3, we had Kobe and Bozeman.
Very
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah,
tragic.
that was... It's just a hard hitter.
It is.
And it's probably going to be one of the...
Not many celebrity deaths hit like that.
Mm-mm. And it's very... Yeah. It hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2, we had the protests for all across the world.
Yeah.
That was a big, big, big civil movement. And that's
still going on.
Yeah, and that's... Say what you want. Even though it's not exactly like... well, it definitely affects people's lives, like...
Every day.
And like dangerously. I mean, not immediacy. It's such a big symbolic thing, which people don't realize.
Yeah. Quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that guy that shot those 3 people? The Kenosha shooter thing.
Fucking idiot.
You think the guy was an idiot?
The kid?
Yeah? You think he's an idiot?
Fucking idiot.
I don't...
No. Before you speak...
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to just present the facts of why I think he's an idiot.
Okay, yeah, do that.
So, he said he was out there protecting local businesses.
I understand. I get that, you know, he was.
He was from not that state.
Yeah.
He crossed state borderlines. He is illegally carrying an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is underage.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I think that none of this would happen if he did not put himself in that situation. And he willingly and knowingly went there looking for trouble. And I think...
See, I don't know about that. I don't know about that last one.
I do think it is. Because if you know there's protests and shit there, what businesses are you defending when you're not associated with that community at all? That's like me.
I heard it was a family business.
Huh?
It was like an extended family.
Extended family.
I heard it was extended family. He was out there, you know, just protecting it.
I still don't agree with it.
I believe that he should have stayed where the building was.
Because I feel like no matter what you feel like, even if he was in a situation he had to defend himself, I feel like once you put yourself in a position where you're illegally doing it, you have no justification for it.
I get that.
In my eyes, at all.
I completely agree with
that.
that.
It's like saying like, I stole a car.
Yeah.
And but I just got T-boned, and like that's so tragic.
Yeah, I feel bad for me. No,
you
stole a car. Yeah.
You put yourself in a situation where it's illegal.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's no justification whatsoever, no matter the context. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. So.
And that's why I don't agree with him. I think he's a shithole.
Yeah. I can agree with that part. I can agree with that he illegally. Mm. I heard that it technically was legal in the state that he was for him to have the gun. Because...
But he crossed state lines with a gun, so that law doesn't translate to other states.
Yeah,
that's where it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I do agree with the shooting itself, actually.
I don't even know what... The shooting was like he was defending himself?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, so... I do think he should have stayed where he was supposed to be to guard, quote unquote,
yeah,
where he was. Because the video starts with him in the street. Why was he in the street?
Also, one thing I was gonna say, like, regardless, like, if you're defending your family business or whatever, like, or your extended family's business, you're 17, first of all.
Yeah.
Mind you. And I think even though it's an extended family, it's not your position to be policing. Because that's what he's doing at the end of the day. He was policing.
In a way.
And I think it was wrong for, first of all, the police to, like, commend him, like...
Now, the police didn't. Donald Trump Jr. did.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah...
No, there's videos of them telling, like, good job, like, telling the kid good job.
No shit.
Yes.
I haven't... No, that's
Yes.
wrong.
There's telling him good job, and they gave him, like...
There's the thing. You shouldn't commend someone for killing someone.
It wasn't for killing. They're commending him for, like, oh, good job, like, walk around here, like, policing the area. Like, no. He's a fucking 17-year-old. Yeah. You should not be, like...
Police were doing that, like, the first 2 months of the riots, too.
That's what I'm saying.
People were calling the police and being like, help. And they were like, yeah, you gotta solve it yourself.
Like you shouldn't be encouraging... I feel like you shouldn't take a police's job into account.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Now, like, the video starts with him in the street.
Mm.
I don't know why he's in the street. I don't like that. I don't like that part. However, the guy fucking chased him with... Throw a Molotov. It didn't bust.
Mm.
But he got a fucking Molotov thrown at him.
Mm.
At that point, you know, apparently the guy reached for another one. I didn't see.
Mm.
But he shot him.
Mm.
I agree. That's a fucking Molotov.
Mm.
That's death.
Mm.
That shit bust on you, you're dying.
And another thing, like, in a protest, if you're openly, like, if you already know, like, how everybody feels towards, like, I'm just saying, like, white people in general. I'm just saying, in that kind of situation.
No, I get you. Yeah,
why would I, as a white person, walk around with a fucking huge gun and then not expect to be, like, to people feel antsy?
To ridicule, yeah.
Like, it's just, like, and it's just, like, you can't then, like, victimize yourself and be like, oh, well, it was self-defense.
You're making yourself a target.
You put yourself in such a dumb situation where it's like, well, maybe they shouldn't, like, well, they shouldn't, like, act like that. It's like, no, you're provoking people like that. Like,
you are, in a way.
And no matter how you look at it, I just feel like legally he went about it the wrong way, and...
He did. I agree.
It would have been a completely different story if, like, that was literally... He lived in that same state, and he lived in that city, and that was his little, like, family, like, business. Yeah. And like, he was standing in front of... Completely different story. But I feel like once you're traveling state lines and, like...
Yeah.
You're holding... You have guns, and you're, like... You have guns that you're supposed to be holding... I think it's like you're just looking for trouble, and that's
in a way.
That's why I didn't agree with that.
I really can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The second guy he shot, I don't know where he shot each three people. I know where he shot the last guy. I know one guy got shot in the chest, one guy got shot in the head. I don't know which one was which, but I know they were both the second guys.
Yeah.
The second guy fucking chased him around and then like repeatedly beat him with a skateboard. Don't do that. He's got a gun. Like,
what?
You're like, don't fucking beat a man with a gun.
Yeah.
With a skateboard. You're retarded.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He was asking to get shot. I'm getting beat with a fucking skateboard. There's a mob behind him alone, 10 yards away.
Yeah.
I'm shooting him as well.
And I remember the mob was chasing him after he shot someone.
Yep.
Which, I'm just saying, in that situation, think of it like this. You're in like a protest and there's chaos and all that.
Yeah.
If you see someone walk around with a big gun like that, white person too.
Yeah.
They shoot someone, you're automatically gonna think, I'm just saying, if I'm in that situation, I'd automatically think, oh, this is a mass shooter.
Yeah.
And it's probably the first thing that went through all those people's minds.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I get that. Like, oh, he's here to kill us all. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably like
the third guy
they went through.
The third guy beat him.
And it's like yeah, if
the third guy came up after the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, he like hit him once or twice. Mm-hmm. And then, if you see in the video, if you watch closely, he pulls out a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the guy that got shot in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a perfect example, though. The kid. He did the right thing after.
Mm-hmm.
Giving himself up to police, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And what, like, a lot of people could have taken away, you know, look at the positives of what happened. You know, it's not right what he did. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But he fired, like, 3 or 4 bullets. For 3 people. Why are police unloading
8 bullets until it's someone like
a sleeping person?
Yeah.
That's fucking, like, take a hint.
It's sad that
he needed 3-4 bullets.
To him, yeah. It's sad that we have...
Yeah. Yeah, people aren't looking at that.
A 17-year-old knows
He's obviously comfortable with a gun.
I was gonna say, it's sad that a 17-year-old is more properly using a gun than a fucking...
Yeah. like,
30-year-old
look at
men
that.
who are trained.
Yeah, trained.
We
Yeah.
put air quotation marks there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad.
Overall, though, yeah.
That was number 2, protests. Sorry for getting off track.
Yeah.
And number 1, obviously the virus.
Like
You just can't
we
ignore
spoke
it.
about it. It's taking its toll and everything.
Yeah, everything's changed. A lot's changed.
But
It's coming back slowly to normal.
slowly, but it won't. It'll never be like completely normal till maybe next year.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. But
I will actually be glad though when we don't have to fucking wear masks. It is kind of annoying.
yeah.
Like, do your part.
It's slightly inconvenient. Yeah, it's slightly inconvenient, but not to the point where like
I'm not gonna not go out somewhere.
My rights are obstructed or I'm complaining about it.
Yeah,
Like,
go fuck
I don't really give
yourself.
a fuck.
Yeah. Like it's inconvenient, but it's fucking whatever, man. Wear a goddamn mask.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
It's not the end of the world. You're not gonna fucking die.
Exactly. But that's been episode 3.
It's episode 3. Our big return after a
Big
fucking
return.
6-month hiatus.
I love
Let
that
us
word.
please let us know what's it called. Hiatus. I love that word too.
It's such a good like. You feel so.
You feel official.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, let us know anything you guys want to do.
Want us to talk about? Want us to rank?
Yeah.
If you suggest something to rank, also suggest
Any
the filter.
topics, anything we might have said that you guys like
Disagree or agree.
or want to correct us. Because the last one, I definitely somebody listening like corrected me, told me like something that was factually wrong.
Yeah.
We corrected today.
Yeah.
So yeah, just tell me.
I have no problem being corrected. I
We
really
have no
don't.
problem. Yeah, no problem being wrong.
Yeah.
Because fucking learn. But
Yeah, as long as you don't ask us to like fucking tell you to vote for Biden or Trump.
yeah, it's kind of cringe.
Yeah, don't do that
But,
shit. We're not bringing politics here.
Yeah, but yeah, we're it's good to be doing this again. I'm happy to be doing this again.
Yeah, I was actually really excited.
I want to do this way more regularly, and
We're gonna shoot for once or twice a month.
yeah, I
For
agree.
sure.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let us know what's up. Let us know what you like.
Yeah, that's been episode 3. This is Sean,
This is Caesar.
and we're
We're out of the Brain Bite.
the
the
Bird Brain
Podcast.
Hell yeah, episode 3. It's over. All right,
Bye.
adios.